Yo, what's going on, dude? How's it going? How's it going? Let me send out my text here real quick. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna give it a few minutes. Let's see. I go to sleep. Yo, what's going on, dude? How's it going? What's up, dude? Happy New Year's, man. Leeds, what's going on? How you doing? Chilling, chilling. Let's see here. Yo, Perry, what's going on? I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. I mean, never seen you personally, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Gotcha. Hey, today was a good day for me. I'm not gonna lie, it was a good day. It was a good day for sure. But I'm like a day behind with my upload, so you'll see this probably Sunday, maybe Monday. Not sure. Yep, long day indeed, for sure, for sure. Although it finally feels a little bit like winter here. It's finally a little bit cold, which is nice. Ooh, man, six away from 300. You got to make that happen. You know what I mean? You have to. You know. Yeah, have a good night, bro. Take care. Oh, you guys ever had one of these before? Rarity Energy. It's my first time and maybe my last time. I mean, I got it for free. Maybe that's why, but it's not very good. Rarity Energy. Green tea, caffeine. Yeah, not a fan. It'll get better, I think. Yeah, this is the peach mango. Like, I mean, it's not bad. It's just not great. If that makes any sense. Alana. Alana sounds Alana sounds like a cryptocurrency. I have not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just saw them and they were. I got it for free, so like I said, I'm not really tripping, but it just I don't know. It doesn't taste like what I thought it would. Ugh. Hey, what's going on? It's all good. No worries. Started even later than when I wanted to, so it's all good. Let me see. I mean, but so that's kind of a late start for you, right? Or did you mean to put 7 a.m.? I guess you didn't see my community post, Adam. Let me put here. Copy. Let me put this link here for. Kyle, real quick. It's called Alani. Okay, let me see. Let me Google this real quick. Alani. Alani. Okay, okay, I see it. Oh, okay. I've seen the bottles. They're like pretty, or like the cans are pretty. You know, but I can't say that I have. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Oh,
Is there a disturbance in the force?
yeah.
It's only 1 a.m. my time. What are you doing here so early, bro? What's up?
Yeah, you knew I was coming early.
I know you
For
told me.
once. I came early and there's not even a one chip challenge. How about that? That's just
I mean, you're only here because you said your buddy was tired, right, or something.
yeah. I didn't want to go by myself. That's just dumb.
Bro, I'm telling you, dude. Like, I looked everywhere for this, and the 7-Eleven lady that was roasting me at the end was like, "Yo, we've been out for weeks," and I was like, I've seen them before, like more recent than that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So let me see. Let me add both Soda. He's over here too. What's up,
Yo,
man?
I went by a 7-Eleven
Hey.
just to see if they had it, but they didn't.
Do they have
I
it?
thought I thought I saw it a few weeks ago. I wasn't gonna get it though
Yeah.
because I'm not doing that. I'm gonna die if I do that.
Mm.
bank filed Chapter 11, so they got to find a cheap deal and hope they'll probably hook up with some local beer distributors or something. That's probably the best bet.
There's this guy in here who says Kyle's so amazing.
Because like back in the day,
It's not
Monster
funny.
used to be delivered by the beer people around here.
Mm. I mean, I see here it says it spoke with Pepsi Bank, cut their contract or something. Let's see.
I like. Well, you might not like the tea. I do like the teas of both Monster, and I don't mind green tea in general. Maybe that's what you're not liking about that Rowdy. I do like that Rowdy,
This-
but
It doesn't. I feel like the flavors are fighting each other. Like I can't even taste the green tea. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I found it on sale because the store was actually getting rid of it because they couldn't sell it because there's never a super deal on it. So I got it for $2.
I don't even think I've seen Rowdy anywhere. Is that like a 7-Eleven brand or no? It's his own brand.
No, it's Kyle Busch's energy drink.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying.
That's
I
his
thought you were
nickname,
trying to be
Rowdy.
funny when you said that. Okay.
Rowdy.
Oh yeah, I see. I
That's his
see. I see his signature right here. Yep, I
Rowdy
see it right
Busch.
there. His signature. Yep. Like I said, it's not bad, but I think if I paid for it, then I'd be kind of upset. You know.
Yeah, I was forced to put a quick splash in. I was down to 1 mile empty. I'm in the truck, of course. My car's been broken. It's costing me it's probably gonna cost me $2,000 by the time I'm done. Way more than the car's worth. But I need something. So I'm considering not counting some of my miles, but it's so confusing because I've used the truck too. So I gotta see what's bigger, whether I put in that car for half a year or my mileage write-offs, because you can only choose one or the other, not both, because the
true.
IRS be greedy.
Yeah.
They-
I think for you, it's going to come down if you do all the math and you see which one is more. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go. I probably won't file till late March or early April, and sit down with my tax lady and figure it out. Because right now I'm struggling. I got sick twice last month. Then my car broke. Part of it was my fault because I tried to leave. I should have took the truck. I could have been only maybe 800 in the hole instead of $2,000. But I had to go out and work after my roommate got done work. He's buying the truck off me, but he's yet to make his first payment, so it's still mine.
Yeah. Well, so he's gonna buy it off you even with all those problems?
Yeah, no, that's the car, not the truck. The truck's fine.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was about to say, like, wow, that's it's dedication to one in that car.
It's gonna be pricey because my insurance and my payment's pretty high. I pay like $1,400 a month. I pay out like
that is pretty high.
a month in bills. So got to get out whenever I can. And up my rural zone, it seems like everyone and their mother is out on Instacart. And DoorDash has been dead lately. But when I was sick and I actually put a DoorDash order in, and like I passed back out, my roommate came and woke me up saying, "When's that order coming?" Because we needed stuff for dinner and no one took it. So I went out and did my own dang order. Ended up making money off of it.
Wow.
The base pay was stupid high, but I had Instacart on. When I got to my order, there was a $9 for like 20 items, and someone grabbed it right up. It's like, you're taking that, but not my generous $15 tip plus base. Ended up being over $20.
Damn. Yeah, no, today was much better for me. I got some nice bangers for sure.
Dude, today was nice.
Yeah, but you know, stays are rare nowadays.
Yeah, no.
I had my
100%.
first order was a Walgreens for $25.50, and I was almost up here. I was at this stoplight by McDonald's, almost to Fort Drum, and the guy canceled on me. I was so mad.
That sucks.
I made up for it because I got a dual stack on both Grubhub and DoorDash. I didn't think DoorDash would come through because I was seeing like $7 and $9 doubles. I had declined like 4 of them, then I finally got something decent.
Mm.
So I'm
You know,
waiting for those people to come in asking for the update about me and all that. Be like, man, do I have something to tell you?
You know what's funny about that? That I feel like people cared so much at one point, and now they know your update's gonna be the same.
Yeah.
So they're like, "Yo, man, this is just leading us on."
Well, I mean, it's pretty much is the same right now, but there's, I told you the other day, I sent you that semi-long voice message, which was hard to make sense. Like, I'll have to explain that to everybody if everybody starts asking again, but pretty much, in short summary, I'll repeat it if I have to later, but for anybody who cares right now that's watching, I found out some new information that one of my friends went up there. There's a lot more to it than this, but one of my friends was actually up there before he went to work one day. Got supposed confirmation that she 100% likes me. Supposedly, allegedly, I should say.
Allegedly.
And ever since he told me that, I have not seen her. I went out of my way to go up there the past 4 days, and she hasn't been there one of those days.
Maybe she's gone, dude. Maybe she said, "You know what? I gave Kyle 6 months. I'm done."
Dude, I don't know. If she's not there tomorrow, I'm gonna be scared. If she's not back by next week, I'm flipping out.
Maybe she went away to school.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's about that time. Who knows? It's about that time for the new semester.
It's possible.
Oh,
Yeah.
You sat on it too long, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
You've been, was it 2
Now-
months?
Now that I could make a move, she's not there.
It's been a while for sure.
Tomorrow, when I go there tomorrow, assuming I do, I'm asking one of her coworkers where she is.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
I
it's been too
should have
long.
asked. I should have asked today, but whatever.
Exactly, you should have.
I hate hand-to-me orders. Hopefully the timer will count down.
Same, dude. Same. I feel like I'm so used to nowadays just dropping the food off when I'm like, "Oh, hand to me." Like I gotta actually talk to them now. Like
I don't mind
Yeah.
that part. I like the social aspect. It's just if someone says they didn't get their food because someone else grabbed it.
Yeah.
It's
It's a hand. It's a hand.
The barracks
Hand
are
it to me,
usually
and
pretty
then
low
never
risk.
answer the door.
Oh yeah, it's even worse.
A couple weeks ago, I finally had an issue on Grubhub. The guy's phone number is never connected. It gives you that
Mm.
Verizon error message saying this number is no longer in
Miss
service.
Tina.
And
Yeah.
then Grubhub called me when I was almost dropping off the next set of orders. And, is it there? And then I went back to the Taco Bell and they already put the other order in. And the guy, quote, found the food because it was the worst Grubhub support agent I ever had. I was trying to get him to look the text messages up because they could still see them. And he's like, "Oh, you did?" I'm like, "Yes, I dropped it off. Look at the text messages. You can see them." And he's like, "Oh, I see the building number. And it's XXXXXX." I'm like, "Yes." I'm like, "It's sitting there on the desk as you can see in the picture." "Oh, okay." said he couldn't find it. No one ever calls him. I'm like, his phone number is not updated. If you talk to the customer who dropped me, tell him to update his phone number because I've asked 100 times for someone to tell him that. God,
maybe he just doesn't care. He's like, you know what? They can't get a hold of me because my phone is disconnected. Or maybe he's got like a Google number or something. You know.
Good thing you can't rate me. I have another one at the same exact barrack, and I think I'm actually on his order right now. His number's not updated either, and he doesn't have in-app messaging either. And he always gives me a bad rating because I didn't follow order instructions. We'll see. I'll start calling.
Hey Kyle, didn't someone just rate you down?
You know, I was gonna tell you. So, like the same day or the day after, I got my rating dropped to 4.95 on that 1 star. My rating went back up to 4.99 the next day.
Oh yeah.
Like the 1 star immediately fell off, and I was like, "Well, hell yeah!" I don't know why. Fuck it.
That's funny. Yeah, and the thing on the video's coming out tomorrow. I did my first ever package delivery. You know those new package deliveries now?
You got one?
Yeah, I got one. Yeah, I got one.
Did they pay decent?
I mean, it just looks like a normal order. I did it just to try it out. But I wonder though if you can just drop it off at any location, because it just took me to like a random USPS location, and there were so many other ones that were closer. You know, there were
feel like you could, honestly,
because all you gotta do is just scan it, and then they give you a receipt. That's it.
I assume there's no tip on them, right?
No, actually, that's what I was surprised about. There was more of a tip than there was base pay.
Really? What?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, the mouse still made sense, but you know, it was definitely random. Like it was like some apartment, and the lady texted me like, "Oh, I left my package outside my door. Thank you." And she put like a sticky note with my name on it, and it's like a very generic little package, you know, like super small. And then it's like, "Oh, drop it off at the USPS." But like I said, it took me to the most random one when there were ones way closer, you know. So
I'm waiting to see one, honestly. So
yeah, like I saw it, and I was like, okay, why not? It makes sense, you know. I'm not losing money on it, but it did say though that it was like packages can be up to 30 pounds, and I was like, damn, 30 pounds. Hopefully, it's a little one. Yeah.
I see you delivered some people finally. You delivered,
dude. I was waiting for you to say something about that. I'm surprised you didn't say anything yet.
That intrigued me, and when I watched the video, I was very intrigued by that. I was like, "Oh shit, he's actually doing it."
Yeah, man.
That's
why
so
not?
weird. So Empower gets lifts rides.
No, so the way it works is, it's the way they do it is it's a lot of word of mouth that are really advertised. So a lot of people that either use Empower or like out of the drivers, they'll be like, "Hey, by the way, if you use Empower, it's a little bit cheaper for you, and it's better for me because you get 100% of the earnings."
It's
you know, so when
player, I can't remember how you pronounce it.
I mean, it's a smaller app. It's a smaller app, so you know they have like not so many customers here in Virginia. But like if I was in DC or Maryland, it's really popular over there. You know, to the point where like to the point where like on their own website, I think they're making up to like 10 grand a month, like in DC and Maryland, which is a lot.
Damn.
So if it goes super slow, you got to go to DC and try to do ride share.
I mean, not really. I just keep it on, you know, and if I get something that makes sense, especially because I'm near an airport sometimes, like I get people that are like either wanting to go to the airport or trying to leave the airport, you know, but I haven't yet done one from the airport, you know. I've been close, but so far so good.
All right, be right back.
But yeah, it's definitely interesting. Like, you know, just I remember this one lady, I think she was like Russian or something, that she just came in and like threw her bag in the back, and I was like, "Yo, what's going on? Yo, why are you so violent, lady?" But no, she was cool. I think she was just annoyed that, you know, she's got to spend money every day to go to work and stuff because her car broke. But it's still cheaper, I think. I mean, I've looked at it. Like I opened up the customer side, like the app, and it gives you like a little map, and you can see how many people are like doing it online. You know, how many people are online, like drivers. So there are a decent amount of drivers. So I feel like the only reason why they're on is because they're getting rides. You know, and you basically set your own price, or you can use their recommended pricing. You know.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, typically I have it running in the background, but it's not. It's only really busy like in the morning, and then maybe like after like lunch, like nighttime ish. During the day, it's basically not that busy at all.
I'm surprised I haven't had like a coughing fit yet. I've had a bit. This whole week has been like a weird evolution of this. I feel like I've been sick, but I feel like I've gotten better. But then I feel like I go back backwards a little bit. Because it started off like with me feeling sluggish. Like I never felt like devastatingly sick. Like I just felt sluggish and my throat hurt a bit. And then the cough developed, and it's been on and off the past few days. And it comes at random times, and I just start coughing. I'm surprised I haven't had to deal with it yet.
Yeah, I think there's definitely something going around, dude. I mean, that's how I felt for like 2 weeks. Like I wasn't getting better, but I wasn't getting worse. But I felt better and whatnot. So I was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, look at this. What's up, man?
What's going on? I had to settle down in the house, man.
Hey, you good? You good? No worries. It's all good. Chilling, man. Chilling. I'm kind of annoyed, to be honest, man. I really want to do this challenge just to get it over with. But I went. First of all, what pissed me off is on the Safeway website, it says it's in stock, right? So then I went to the Safeway, and the guy was like, "Oh, it says it's in stock, but we don't have it." And then he called like 2 other ones in like Arlington, and then one closer to Fairfax. Same thing. They're like, "Oh yeah, we're out." And I'm like, "But on the website it says you have it though." And then he's like, "I get that, but we don't have it. So you can order online, and then when you get it here, they're gonna tell you they don't have it."
You wanna know what's crazy? They was like super stocked up in the 7-Elevens. You don't see them no more. Like around the DMV area, we had displays and stuff. You don't even see it. So I'm like, dang, did people actually buy them out like that?
I think so, because even on Amazon, when I went to order it, like when you do Prime, it's like a day or two, but the Prime dates are like for the next week, like 18, 19. I'm like, what the heck? That's like, it's supposed to be Prime. What's up with this?
Yeah, even Wawa had them, and then I just don't see them no more.
I
actually started looking for them again after you said that you was gonna do the challenge. I was like, I haven't seen them.
That's the thing. Like I see them all the time, and now when I wanted to find them, I couldn't find them. I was like, what the heck? And I even asked, like, I know some friends that work at Wawa, and I was like, yo, man, do you have this? And he was like, oh, I don't know, man. I haven't seen one in a couple of weeks. I was like, come on, man. But
well, at least that's good news. At least we don't see it on news that people done died.
That's true. That's true.
They sold out like that.
How was your day today, man? You busy today? Slow?
250 more.
You say just casually 250.
I had a couple of getting power rides, but then Lyft was just like had me out water off today, so I was going back to back with Lyft, unfortunately. But
gotcha. Yeah. Just answer this question from Benz. Yeah, I mean today was much better than most days because I had some really slow days for sure. So I mean 250 9 hours is not terrible, but yeah, it's definitely not. Especially if we're used to being busier, you're gonna have to ride that wave until it comes back for sure. What's funny today? My very first like order or money from the gig apps was with Empower. Like I got out of work around like 6:30, and I turned it on, and it was like the first thing that came in was Empower. And then after that, it was like, and then after that, it was kind of just dead. But I did have one guy who canceled on me, so I still got like $4, so I wasn't tripping.
Yeah.
So that kind of day where you worked all day straight after work?
Kind of, but I didn't really feel it. Like it was fairly busy, But I think a lot of people are doing their like, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm not gonna order food through the apps. I'm gonna cook and this and that. And then around like around the second week of the month, they're like, you know what? It's not me, man. Yeah, that's it. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Yeah,
it's always like this, but I feel like it's even worse this year because of the recession and stuff.
Yeah, I think for sure people are doing the resolutions.
Yeah, but they're 2 weeks. Let's call it the 2 weeks. And then back to the same old.
For sure.
Yeah, I actually met this guy today at the 7-Eleven. He was down Waldorf, and he asked me. Funny story is he said, "Why I don't do a power?" Like I do a power. I was like, I cover it on YouTube, right? So he opened his phone. He was like, "I was just looking at you." But tell me why he said, as soon as he did the switch, because I can't drive in power. I can't do ride share all day because I have to get out the car. I got to do some Spark or DoorDash or something just to keep me awake, So he opened his phone up. He said, "Yeah, I was following your steps, man. And last week I made 2,200 on the power." And I'm like, following my steps. I'm like,
that's pretty good, man.
My highest on the power I made was 1,785. But
in a week, right?
In a week, yeah. So if I like go back to my old school driving, like how I used to really drive, like some 0 type hours.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Yo, we out here like 2 a.m, 3 a.m. Like,
yeah. Still out here. Hey, yeah. Just got a banger at 2 a.m. Well, whatever time it be, I wake up 6 o'clock. He was like, "All right, I'm taking it in." Like,
yeah.
I don't know what he couple of hours back from us.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's busy enough here yet for it to be like significant,
Yeah.
But I definitely asked the people that I did give them rides, and I was just see what how their thought process is, and they were like, "Oh, if I have time, I'll turn on Empower," But if I'm rushing, then I'll just do Uber and Lyft because sometimes there's no drivers.
Yeah,
that's
and that's the issue.
And I was like, yeah, and typically, she was like, yeah, if I'm not in a rush, then I'll do Empower. But if I got to get to work on time, or if I'm going to be late or something, or if I'm rushing, then the other apps are just faster, which I guess makes sense.
Yeah, most definitely. That was the problem when I first started Empower, like almost 2 years ago now. When I first started, the subscription fee was like $50. They was giving out like $30 promos to the riders, so trips is like coming boom, 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 and but the issue was it wasn't enough drivers. And then I will say this because I caught Empower myself a couple of times when I was on the tractor trailers, and I will say this: what kind of almost messed them up in DC is they was hiring a bunch of reject Uber and Lyft drivers, meaning the ones that got kicked off the app, not for like a customer saying he say she say, like for them actually don't know how to drive. Because my first ride, the car smelled like ass, man. I'm like, what the hell? Like, are you like? So I told him, I said, man, I'm straight up with him. Like, dude, your car.
What's up with your car, bro?
Like, what's up? Yeah, we on the Parkway. We on BWI Parkway. He just like nodding off and all that. I'm like, yeah, they gotta check their drivers. But they was doing this mass hire, and it was like a bunch of Uber rejects. So when me and my boys start driving Empower, we get a lot of customers saying,
"You guys are great."
Yeah, like I used to look at this like, what they talking about? This regular old driving, and then somebody called like, Yeah. That could be downfall. So that
yeah. I mean, I definitely before getting on, definitely clean my car. I hadn't cleaned my car like that in a while.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, let me sit in the back and see and I want to see what they would see. So let me sit in the back and this look clean. I went to get my little black ice, for like the car. It smells real good. You know what I mean? I know you like them yellow ones. I saw your video. You had like a bunch of them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The little trees.
But the crazy thing with my cars, like I only vacuum once a week. Like I see people on YouTube and Facebook groups going above and beyond. Like waters in the back. I was never that type of driver. Then you get some guy talking about, oh, that's why your rating's bad. Then I have to whip out my Uber, Lyft, and the power ratings like 5.0, 5.0.
What up is these? What's going on?
So I tell people that, but that was almost that was almost Empower downfall. Most definitely.
You know what's funny is little trees are made right here. The factories are
the thing is with the little trees, I think those ones last the least. So the ones that I got are you put in by the vents.
Yeah, they're also not the most overpowering though. Like a lot of vent clips and stuff you'll buy if they're not like Febreze. They're just too overpowering for me.
That's also a thing. Yeah, for sure.
Oh my lord, it was.
Yeah, like I didn't want someone to get in my car and be like, "Yo, man, trying to kill me with the smell." Even if it smells good, you don't want to be that. You don't want to be that guy. Yeah. So for sure. But look at Kyle. You need to give your update. Look,
I'm dying over. Sorry, I just got through dying. I found it finally happened. That's why I disappeared for a minute.
Because, someone raced and I went to high school with his wife. He used to be like higher end sales until he got a bank job with his degree, and it's like, dang, I wish I got lucky like you and got $100,000 paying job. He left $100,000 paying job to get $125,000 paying job, plus they pay all of the expenses. So it's like, gosh dang, bro. I think he works for NBT, which is a bank up here. You probably don't know it there.
I never heard of it. No.
NBT.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe you meant to say M&T Bank, but nah, that's the only one I could think of. But
the tire place.
Oh yeah, that too. But but so far it's been cool, man. I like it. I just feel bad that I didn't use your code, man. So I get you something for free. I didn't think about that shit.
So, I got an email because I sent an email asking was it okay for me to put my referral code because Uber.
Oh yeah.
Uber back in the day had this whole big thing talking about you can't post your referral code.
It's supposed to be for your friends, technically, or whatever.
Yeah. So I asked them. They was like, "You didn't have to ask that. Post it. Like, get us out there." Like, so I am speaking to somebody right now through the emails and stuff, and they said they about to start running a program where they go.
They gotta run an influencer program.
Hey, I'm with it, man. But I did tell them this, though. I think they raised up that price a little too fast.
Right. So it's $350 a month in DC, right?
Yeah, it's $350 a month. But like you said, it is people, and I see with my own eyeballs, it is people making $5,000 to $8,000 a month. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I haven't seen any pricing like on my thing yet. Like I try to look for it on the app, but it just says it's still free or whatever. Mm-hmm. But even if it was, let's say $50 a month, I don't even know if it's worth it here because I'm not seeing that many rides. You know what I mean?
So what they're going to do for you is like they did for my friend. They kept, and she's in DC, but the thing about her is she was driving here and there. So I think they extended her up to like 2 months. Maybe no, I think she's still having 3 months as we speak. So it's been going on 3 months now. She's driving here and there, and basically they know basically like it's really not on purpose to charge until you get the swing of things. But like I was telling
right.
This more of an app where you could leave it. Like I leave dispatch running on in the background, which been trash lately. one of my go-to apps been super trash lately. But like during the slow time, I would leave like 10 to 1 o'clock if I'm outside. I leave and power on my regular rate card. Right now, yes, I could easily adjust my rate card. Like right now, I could go out 124, adjust my rate card, clean up all the way to 6 a.m. That's how people be hitting that 6 to 8,000 a month. So
Miraculous Bella Cruz wants me to go to Potomac. That's a drive, bro. That's kind of far for me to just try to do the DoorDash. Like if I'm already out there for whatever reason, but I don't know. That's a little bit out the way for me.
No disrespect.
But Macy's dropped you there, or
I worked Potomac. I worked Potomac before, and that was. I had a woman out there before, and I, decided that once it's about here, I would go ahead and work Potomac.
Yeah. I think if I was out there for whatever reason, like tomorrow, I want to try and do some late night power in Arlington, see what's up there. Because I looked at the little map, and there's a bunch of people driving out there right now.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
That's the thing. You gotta.
Well, that's the thing too. Is there's too many drivers. You're gonna get scared.
I don't know. There's that many drivers though. To be honest,
no, it's not that many. See, this the thing too. Once the customers start seeing that it's enough drivers to come pick them up on time, that's how that's how it happened in DC and Maryland. Once the drivers start coming on the platform, and once the customers, get picked up within 6 minutes, then a lot of people made that switch. And when I do Lyft, I ask people all the time, like, why you don't drive? I mean, why you don't drive for Empower? They be like, what's that?
Yeah.
So, like, I sit on the app.
Yeah. And we got. I think this is John, the one that had this little peen incident, right? If I'm not mistaken. I don't think you were here for that, but it's a good story. I think it's him. I mean, I got my finger in the trigger, man. I'm not trying to see no nothing.
I hate how that's unassociated now.
That's pretty funny. But what's up, man? How you doing? Oh, he's on Richmond. He's in Richmond.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I am. Unfortunately.
He's an unfortunately.
Richmond.
That's funny.
Hey, Nova. How soon do we start seeing videos where we have you say, "Alrighty, guys, we got the person picked up," and you just pan over to them? How soon should we see that?
I don't know, man. I think it'll take a while for me to build that relationship up.
Got the people picked up.
Yeah. But there is one guy that I think I could potentially see him all the time because he told me he leaves work at this time, and he always tries to use Empower because it's cheaper. And he's the one that actually canceled on me today. But he was cool though. He was sending me a message like, "Oh, I'm gonna be staying at work late. I don't want you to wait. Like it's cool, Oh
yeah, well that's let me ask you a question. Did he give you a heart yet? Like on your app, is it a heart or?
No, I only have one of those light things.
No. So
yeah, no.
It might have been for him. So what's gonna happen is once you get online and stuff, and sometimes them hearts come in late. So once you get online. And you get online around the time he said it'll pull you straight through. It'll pull you straight through. It's people that I see on a weekly basis, like clockwork. So, I'm glad I got you today. I know I'm about to get to work fast. It's up for pricing, baby. It's up for a price. I'm trying to get you up out this cop.
For sure.
Back in the day, you drive nice and slow. You take a long route on them. But now it's up for a price. You gotta get them up out of it.
For sure. So, Kyle, you never thought about doing any rideshare?
I did rideshare. I only did 3 on Lyft way back in the day, and I just didn't enjoy it. Like I'm totally a sociable person, but it's just awkward. Some people I just think make it too awkward, and like there's either these people that are gonna want to talk or they just want you to shut up and drive.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
like for example, like my ride in the morning, it was way too fucking early to talk, man. It was like 6:30 in the morning. I think homie was asleep. I was, whatever. So like that was the only one that didn't talk at all. But the other ones, like very talkative with the people that were there, you know.
Right. I think
but
you just gotta kind of like read the room.
Yeah, exactly. Like kind of just have to read them for sure. But
because either
but
they're
yeah,
gonna start talking or you just gotta guess what to do.
for sure. As long as you can keep it going,
All I say is good morning. How you doing? Then I keep this one earbud in this ear right here. And once they ready to start venting, because you go have them people that be like, oh man, let me tell you, like, God damn it. That's me. I'm like, I don't really want to talk, but I will talk to you.
Right.
But 8 out of 10 times I say, hey, how you doing? And when they leave, hey, have a good day. And I get that, I think last week I got 92 5-stars on Lyft. And
nice.
Yeah, and I do the bare minimum, but just to get them work fast and efficient. That's all I do. Now, if they
I think I just go with whatever they want. If they want to talk, I can talk. If they don't want to, hey, no problem.
Yeah, but that early morning talking, man, I'm like,
nah. When it's that early, like I'm just polite. I'm not blasting my music. We're not talking about nothing serious. But no, when it's that early, like I was surprised it even came on. Like I just had it on running because I couldn't even get on DoorDash shit because there was no schedule.
Yeah.
So I just had I was still in my office at my W2 when the order came in. I was like, oh shit, okay, it's like 3 minutes from here. But so
okay,
it was cool. It was cool for sure.
I just realized I never gave Aziz the little spiel on the update. There is no update technically. My voice is getting horrible. There's no update, but it's not really out of my control. Well, it is out of my control because it is out of my control because I haven't seen her. I got some new insight on whether she digged me or not from one of my friends, to put it simply. And ever since that day he told me, which was Monday, I think, and I don't work Tuesdays. So Wednesday comes along and I go out of my way to see her or try to go up to the place and see her. She's not there. Thursday, go out of my way to see her, take some orders there that I probably wouldn't normally take. She's not there. Today comes, she's not there. And I'm like, what is going on, bro?
Hey man, what if she thought, hey man, this guy took too long? Maybe he plays for the other team. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I feel like the boat was there for a long time and now it left. I'm looking for it. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I don't think she left, but like part of me just can't shake that idea that she might have just left finally. Like what it sucks, bro.
Maybe she's on vacation.
I'll forever hate myself. I can't live with myself if she had quit, man.
Adam said, apply to Grubhub and Instacart since this life has started. Okay, well, not maybe like 43 minutes. Okay, now I'm on the waiting list. Do you guys have any other apps? There's Veho, there's Dispatch.
I need to finish signing up for that thing, but I need to
for Veho.
Yeah, I haven't finished because I don't know why, but I could remember my social security number by heart for the longest time, and now I can't remember. I can't remember if the first 3 digits are like end with a 7 or a 4 now. So I gotta check my card so I don't sign up with the wrong number.
The wrong number. Yeah.
Slow down the process. I did that before, and they thought I was being a fraud or something. So
that's the only thing stopping me.
Yeah.
I mean, you got You got VO. You got. I mean, I don't know what area he live in. To be honest.
Adam. I'm not sure where Adam is at. To be honest, I know he's told me, but I just remember. But yeah, I mean, I would say all the apps are basically nationwide, right? Like Curry and Veho, and
we got Curry down here.
I'm pretty sure we got Curry.
Wow. Yeah, they do. They do. I've seen them.
It kind of feels like. It feels like DoorDash.
Unfortunately, they still want me on. I can't get a hold of anybody, and I was on that last live, but never got a response. And Steve stopped sticking his neck out for people, which I don't blame him, even though we know each other well. I don't blame him whatsoever.
There's also Spark, Adam. If you can get on Spark,
Yeah,
even though I can't even get on Spark, the DDI, whatever the service is called, is trash. I give up on that too.
Yeah, hot garbage. I wish I would have knew you was trying to get on. I got a trick on our side of town how to get on Spark.
Tell me.
You're supposed to sign up in Dunkirk, Maryland.
Dunkirk. Yeah, I think once you signed up, you can change it anywhere, right? So it's just the signing up process that takes a while.
If you sign up in Fairfax or a busy area like DC, you're not directly on. But Dunkirk, right, is a newer market with no drivers. So you sign up for that market, you basically, and they're slack. But DDI is hot garbage. Walmart did buy them out though, so I'm waiting for them to do like the revamp. For the longest, I couldn't change my car insurance on there. I had Spark for 2 years now, so the longest I could. I just changed my that insurance card they had on there was dead for like 2 years. So
That's funny.
I was just able to change it 2 weeks ago. So same thing with VHO. I just sent them a new insurance card, and the lady joked about it in the email. I'm like,
she said, "Is it purple? What's up with
it's purple, man?" And the crazy thing is, everybody's taking my insurance card except for
Lyft.
They want me to
Uber?
go up to. Yeah, I ain't nuts.
What up, Scooter Bud? What's going on, dude? It's chilling. Yeah, I know when I tried to get back on Lyft like months ago, it was after someone backed into my car. So there's cosmetic front damage, but it's just cosmetic, But I guess I don't like that, so they was like, "Oh, you gotta get that fixed." I said, "All right, never mind then." So
yeah. Wow. Yeah, these apps crazy, but I mean, delivery wise, you got Roadie. I'm noticing Roadie is starting to take a lot of the Walmart deliveries from Spark, which that kind of sucks. I don't know how they do the
how does
payment.
That work? Interesting.
I don't even know, but it's like on Roadie, the orders come in cheaper on Roadie than Spark. So now you got a lot of Spark drivers, and I'm noticing it too. That's like, hold on, then why we ain't getting too many Spark badges? Because now they're splitting up between Uber Eats, Roadie, Point Pickup, and now Spark, which I don't understand. Y'all have your own app.
Hey, John, how's Dashing in Richmond going?
I mainly do nighttime right now. But I only catch mainly sometimes lunch if I'm off on that day for my regular job. But I mainly do dinner. I'm mainly doing dinner.
Are you working right now?
Am I working right now? No, I'm chilling at home. No. I'm not working right now.
I think that's the first time you've been on any live when you were not in your car.
That's true. That's facts. While you guys are talking, I was thinking, man, tax season is anytime after this month. So I was thinking, man, just imagine all of us delivery drivers bringing our 18 I-9s of all the different apps we use. Turn in.
Yeah, I know. It's definitely. I mean, I have a tax person that I go to, man. I'll pay him, and he makes my life easier. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
I'm not trying to work it all out. And, I mean, I think you can do it on your own, sure, but I really just have someone that, because he doesn't specialize in it, but he does a lot of Uber people. He does a lot of 1099s, gig apps. So,
I trust thing with my tax person. Yeah. And then I still got my AutoPass contract too on top of the 1099. So he just be like, all right, give me all the stuff, give me all your receipts and everything, and then he do his magic.
Just do TurboTax, call it a day.
Yeah.
Last time I came TurboTax, I owed money, and I was like, "Oh,
exactly, bro, exactly." When I did it with my guy, when I did it with my guy, he was like, "All right, man, we're we're gonna make sure you write down everything for next year. The phones you'll be buying, any electronics, anything and everything. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a 1099 from YouTube this year too. So you best believe I'm gonna write out this table I'm sitting in, this chair and everything.
And they told me in truck and write down everything except for beer and cigarettes.
I've learned to stretch the truth on my mileage a little bit on TurboTax. And you don't have to owe as much for legal reasons.
I did get a letter though from Virginia, and it was like, "Oh, you saw that you used this many miles on your vehicle. Is this correct?" I was like, "Yeah."
I was
like, "Yeah."
100%.
A lot of states don't like it when you drive too much. They consider it suspicious criminal activity.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah."
Trying to crack down on gig work.
I was like, "Yeah, that's correct."
We're
feeding some kind of
Oh man, that's too funny.
My boy down here, he rents out his own car to himself.
Okay.
Wait, what did you just say?
Wait, what? Got like a company? That makes sense.
He rents out his own car to himself.
So he charges himself to use his own car. That's kind of fun.
Hey, wait,
it works out. Yeah.
It is a wheel. It is a
careful on that one.
The system cheating you.
Hey.
Oh man, it's funny. But
I openly see people on these DoorDash groups saying, I don't file taxes. I haven't in 5 years or some crap. It's like, are you crazy? Wow. They're going to catch up to you eventually. You're going to be
technically speaking,
where you can be behind bars.
I think isn't it after like 5 years or 6 years that even if you don't do it, they can't get you no more or something like that? I forgot what it was.
The statute of limitations is like a decade. It's the tax. It's the IRS, dude. They don't care. They'll come after you for stuff that's out of statute anyway. You have to hire a lawyer to tell them, hey, this is out of statute of limitations, and you're still freaking tens of thousands.
Yeah, I mean, only my first year doing the apps is when I owed a lot, and then after that, I was like, nah, we got to make sure next year we on top of this, But only my first year, which I made the least amount of money, is when I owed the most.
I paid in $100 to state, and then I got back like $300 from the feds, so it worked perfectly. Like, I ain't loaning out free money to the government. This year, I'm probably gonna be screwed. That's why I got to figure out whether to write off my repairs or miles, and I haven't even. I've got to go in my mileage app and put everything as DoorDash and the apps. I've been lazy about it. It's still tracking. That's all that matters.
Last year was like the first year my dad filed taxes in like 7 years, and all the tracking down everything took him months with him and his the whatever you call them, the person that helps you. It was so funny.
That's funny.
I know I'm up over $11,000 without 3 months worth of actually assigning things. I'm probably gonna be 15 to 18 grand. I'm gonna figure, because I did drive a lot in October, November. I'm just worried about that though. They're gonna be like 18 grand. But when I made probably 75K on my estimates without looking at my 1099s.
Not bad.
I came well short of 100, by the way.
Hey, there's always next year. Technically, this year, gotta make that happen.
My new goal is 125. Just sucks I lost Spark, but my incentive still works. I can still send out my promo code. I got paid on it after I was deactivated.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I sent it to somebody like the week after I got deactivated. They completed the bonus, and I got paid $350. Well, $330. They take an obscene amount of money for you to cash it out.
One thing I will say about Empower though, real quick, is the app is pretty good.
Yeah,
like the app. I guess I'm so used to how trashy DoorDash is that this one's like, okay, it actually works as it should.
Clean and simple.
I like it.
I like the way it is on the iPhone a little better, because I don't know if you use your Android phone. I have an iPhone and an Android. So
yeah, no, I've actually been running it on my iPad. I have an iPad mounted on my car.
okay, yeah,
And it's been sweet. It's been sweet.
Yeah, because on
what up, Tony?
the Android, only thing I don't like is so when they give you 10 seconds to look at the trip, it don't show you how much time it's going to take you to get to the passenger until you accept the trip.
You got
on the Android, on the iPhone, it shows you like.
Yeah, I see that. It shows you the minutes. Yeah, I saw that. I will allow this Android slander right now. It's okay.
I'm most definitely an Android guy.
I feel you. No,
definitely an Android guy. I just had to get with the times because everybody want to FaceTime and stuff like that. But I hate Apple, to be honest with you.
Spark's the same way. If there's dozens and dozens of orders and constant orders coming in, you'll never get an order because they'll be constantly refreshing and force you back to the top. And I heard iPhone doesn't do that. It just load in and lets it scroll.
Oh, on Spark, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I noticed. So with the Android, though, it's a cleaner app. It looks so cleaner. It's more cleaner on Android than the iPhone. But the issue on Android is the camera don't move fast enough for me. And like you said, when the orders keep coming in, it keeps refreshing and freshening up to the top. So Apple don't do that. But like when I have a .com order, I switch over to the Android phone because it's a much cleaner app on Android.
So Tony was asking what I were talking about. But I do think it's kind of random how they're like in North Carolina and then like DC, Maryland, Virginia. Like that just seems so random to me. You know how they're just there.
That was crazy. But you started, but you guys started in Virginia. But I mean,
right. I saw. You know what? I think it looks good also when you put on there. It's the startup from McLean or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more like for like optics and that it looks good and it sounds good. I don't really think it's because they're actually a lot of people on there.
Yeah. But, not in the crazy thing is, they based out of McLean, but I already knew it was gonna blow up in Southeast DC.
What is the main product Empower provides?
Rideshare.
It's like they're trying to compete with Uber and Lyft.
Oh,
yeah. I just knew when I was reading up on the app. Me and my boy Billy was reading up on the app. I said, "This is gonna blow on that side. It's gonna blow on that side." So, I signed up for it, and it was my first day. I'm not going to lie. My first day when they had all them bonuses and stuff, they used to have guarantees on the Power. Like you do 10, they say you do 10 trips, you'll get 200. That's how.
I saw that it was in DC on the app. It was like if you use their promo code, it's like your first 160 rides, you'll make at least $2,000 or something like that. I try using it, and it was like, oh, the promo does not apply to your location.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, some BS.
You have to admit how funny it would sound if like people are stumbling out of the club drunk or something like that and be like, "Hey man, it's all right, just get a Empower."
But you know what? They call it Uber. They be like, "Yeah, I'm about to call me an Uber, but call them Empower."
Like because Uber and Lyft just rolls off the tongue, but Empower is a little more.
Well, I think it's interesting because when you type in Empower on the App Store or the Play Store, it's not the first. It's like the second or third thing that comes up.
It's like
it's not even the first one.
Yeah,
so it's interesting how the name can be similar to other apps and whatnot. But
I want to see the footage of that board meeting on who decided the name because I'm curious how they came up with that name.
Yeah, there's a lot of people on my side. They call it Empire. They be like, "Oh yeah, Empire."
That's
so
pretty funny.
It's crazy, but for the longest of time on this side, it was a lot of people even still calling Lyft Ubers. They was just like automatically saying Ubers, which was just like crazy. But it did blow up on this side pretty quick though. COVID hit, and they was like, "Okay, here's our chance right here to slide up in there."
I'm gonna be right back, fellas. You guys keep talking real quick. I just gotta switch on my drink because I'm already done with this rowdy thing. Not a fan, but it was free, so can't complain about free stuff. But still, be right back.
That was like a backhanded compliment.
They just offered me a triple. They just added on an order, and I got on a triple now. This is the second time this week. I'm hoping they don't. It's not someone who's impatient, because it's on the other side of the base. It's the far one. The last time they said, "Oh, go deliver this one first." It worked out that time. Then they weren't even there, and then I finally got them on the phone as I was leaving, and they sounded very ungrateful. It's like, oh, you want to just strangle people if they were in a hurry complaining to support, but they cut the tip down. They left I know they hit the 10% tip button because it was like $29 of sushi and it's a $3 tip. So it just rounded up to $3 because it's DoorDash. It's like, that's why no one took your order, because it's very busy. No one wanted, but they paid me an extra $2 to do it, so it ended up being $8, and I was going that way anyway. Then the order to the same building I was going to, someone stole it, bastards. It's one of my usuals. But I added a Grubhub too, so it didn't matter. Thank you. Oh wait! I got Isa.
I think I went to the rudest Chick-fil-A in history today, picking up an order. I walked in, not one. How can I help you? Nothing. We walked by, you name it. I didn't exist. I was wearing shades, so maybe they made me disappear. I don't know what. But ain't nobody see me. Ain't nobody greet me. I was like, excuse me, miss. I'm here for so-and-so.
Basically, it wasn't her pleasure.
Man, it wasn't her pleasure. Instead of my pleasure, she said my discomfort.
Yeah, I think Chick-fil-A service is kind of going down because they just hiring people now.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah. Before the workers kind of look very similar, and now
they're
kind of like, oh, like it's a bunch of kids.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's a bunch of kids, but that's a good amount of money them kids getting, man. What they getting 15 on this side now? You in Richmond, right? They what, $15? $15, $16, something like that. When I was their age, I was getting paid $6.25.
Exactly.
Yo, the Chick-fil-A's here starting is like 18, man.
18, okay, yeah, okay,
hella high, 18.
Yeah,
Jeez, bro.
That's because my little cousin got a job at Chick-fil-A. He was like, he tried to make a joke, said he make more money. I said, no. All right.
Yeah. No, we replaced it here with a Vienna Lager. Can't go wrong with it.
Okay.
Just slaps,
I feel like $18 an hour, if the economy wasn't so bad with inflation, I feel like 18 an hour wouldn't be bad at all, even just to work a job if you needed it desperately. Like, that wouldn't be that bad.
Hell yeah. Like over here, I see a lot of people that are like panhandling, like, oh, anything helps, blah, blah, blah. I've been offering this dude a job for the last 2 or 3 times I've seen him. He's like, oh, yeah, that's not what I need, though. I'm like, you say you need money, bro. Like, I got a job for you.
Most of them are full of crap.
Exactly. Like, yeah.
They make more panhandling than we do.
But you know what? I give him props, though, because when it was like 12 degrees, he was out there. So I was like, damn, maybe he really does need the money, man, because it's cold as hell outside.
I had a stack order about 2 weeks ago, and I've been wanting to tell someone this story for so long. But I think for me, in like my DoorDash journey was like the worst customer I've ever gotten. I had a stack order, and the first one was decent. It was like $7.50 for like 2 miles, and the second one was like $3 for right next door, but they stacked it, so it looked like $10 for like 6 miles. So I go and pick up the first order, and on my way to the second, I get a phone call, and obviously I don't know about you guys, but me, I save the typical numbers that call me under DoorDash as DoorDash order, so I know it's a DoorDash order. So I answered, and they're like, hey, when you get to the Popeyes, can you ask them for honey, hot sauce, and a couple other sauces? And I was like, okay, I can ask them for hot sauce and this other sauce, but those other 3 they charge you for it. Like they're gonna tell me it's gonna cost. At least that's what they tell me when I go. They're like, oh, it's supposed to come with the meal, and I was like, I understand that, but they're gonna tell me that. I'll try to ask, and they're like, well, can I just Venmo you and you buy it? I was like, no, that's not really how this works. I can't really do that, I don't think.
What's up, Rodney?
So I get there. Luckily, they give me the sauce stuff, and they're calling me like every other minute. They're like, so, like, are you on your way? And I'm like, I'm still here waiting. Like, oh, we have 4 drinks by the way. I was like, all right, cool. I'll make sure. And then, like, I'm walking out the door. Hey, they call me again. Did you get straws? Yeah. Okay. And as I'm driving, I'm delivering the first order. They keep calling me and they're asking like different questions. And then like 5 minutes into the drive, they call me again, and they're like, "Hey, are our pies fresh?" And I'm like, "What? Like, I don't know, dude. You think I put on my apron and I jump back there? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to say."
Dude, no. You know what you do in that case?
And here's the funny thing. Wait, but here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing. The funny thing is their order didn't have pies. They didn't have pies in their order.
Oh,
that's
God.
the funny thing. So
they were probably high as a kite then.
So I'm on my way, and like the person that was calling me, I'm like you ever hear their voice and you're trying to picture who the person is? So I get to the door and I'm thinking it's like some girl because she kept calling me. And this really like 6-foot dude comes out. He's like, "Thank you," and he like takes it. All right, cool. So I get back in my car, and they call me back, and they're like, "Where are our pies?" And I was like, "It wasn't on your order. I'm not allowed to open it." And they call me. They kept calling me for like the next 20 minutes, and I was like, "What?"
Hell no.
It's always a no tippers, bro. Always a no tippers.
Oh man. So check this out, guys. So Daniel says he's doing his first DoorDash shift tomorrow, man. Good luck to you, man. You probably did not pick the best time of the year to start working, but it's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay. You know, at least now you'll know how it is when it's slow.
It's all right. If he's new to DoorDash, they'll treat him like royalty for the first 2 weeks, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that is true. You know, just make sure that you don't feel pressure to take them trash offers, because DoorDash will do that to you. They'll send you trash. They'll try to beat you down with all the trash.
Yeah.
You know? But
good luck to you, man.
Also, something to very, very much keep in mind is don't get caught up in the highs or the lows. Because it'll get real high and you'll think like, oh man, I'm getting all these bomb orders. Maybe I should do this like all the time. Maybe even quit my date. Don't do it, bro.
That was me regaining my hope today for having like $120 in the first 2.5 hours out of nowhere.
Dang.
So, where's this magical day coming from?
I had one of my buddies killing it like that.
And then you say they were throttling you, right? After that,
dude, I swear they were, and that it was the peak pay. Like, dude, I made 100. Like the first 2 hours I was on, I had $120. Like it was insane. And then from there on, it was a steady decline. Like it was still busy, but then it got really slow around 7:30. I was like,
"Bro, was real
motherfuckers." That algorithm is a bitch.
Oh yeah, they don't want to see you making too much money now. Like, hold on.
They really don't. They have a way to know, man. I tell you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you know they done figured it out now. They trust me. They done figured it out.
Yeah.
You know, they know how to like hold on now. And you not a diamond driver? Oh no, slow down.
I'm happy that I made 228 today, which I'm happy with. But I thought I was going to hit that number a lot sooner. Like I thought I would hit the $200 mark way sooner than I did.
That's a pretty good day, man. Because you start like at 4 p.m., right? You start pretty late.
Yeah, it's a good day. I'm not complaining about the day, but I mean, it's just the fact though I made 120 like in the first 2 hours. And
right.
Wow.
And then
to get the $200 mark like 6 hours in, I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
What's like your guys' best experience with like a hidden tip that just like knocked you out of your driving seat?
I think I've had a few where like maybe it wasn't even that it was a lot. It was just that it was so unexpected. Like there's some lady that I remember she ordered us like from Einstein Bagels, like literally 2 bagels, and she'd be tipping like $17.
Jeez.
And she lives super close. I'm like, damn, okay, thank you, lady.
I've definitely had a lot.
I had
can't remember
$100
specific ones.
once, but it was a 2-cart, $600 worth of groceries, bunch of specialty stuff, substituting nightmare. She was very open. I used to get her all the time, then I didn't get her no more. She probably got a crappy driver and stopped ordering off the app.
Nothing hit the same though from when those Para bangers hit and it said $95.
Oh,
and you're like, screw it, let's go.
Back when Para was working and I see the little unicorn icon on my screen, I'd be like, yo, you want me to wait? No problem. You want me to help you out with the table or something? Like, I got you, man. No problem. Like, you want me to get in the kitchen? Well, what can I do to make this faster, man? Like, yeah, no. Back in the day when Para was working and you would see the little stars or unicorns, whatever you want to call them, and you knew that tip was there for sure. Amen. That was awesome.
Man, I didn't get to live in that era, but the fact you guys are talking about it makes me wish I did.
Yeah,
I think adjusting back to the old, having to guess method, after the first few weeks after it went away was the toughest, but then it got easier after that.
Yeah. For sure.
What,
for sure.
Out of everything, what would you guys say is the most, if you had to choose one main thing, the most difficult thing about doing it?
Getting
the most difficult thing?
Yeah, if you had to choose only one thing, what's the most difficult thing?
The inconsistency.
I think like Ty just said, I feel, no one's forcing you to go out, no one's telling you to go out. So unless you have the willpower to get your ass out of bed, out of the couch, outside or something, which that's why I have a hard time dashing from home, because I'm way too comfortable at home. I gotta be in the car near the restaurant, you know what I'm saying?
I got two answers for you.
Because it's not, I know myself, but I think the hardest part also is seeing the decline of the app and the pay structure. When I started, it was $6 minimums. It never even crossed my mind to even see a $2.25, $2 order. That was, I didn't even think that was going to be possible. And and then a couple years down the road, that's the reality right now.
Yeah, when I started in 2017, I mean, it was super easy to hit 200. 200 wasn't even the goal. 300 was the goal. 350. And then 2018 hit 19. They want to, take away the. I don't know if you guys, I know you said a couple of y'all said y'all did a couple of ride shares, but they had a multiplier on Uber, and they had prime time on Lyft. So once they got rid of that, I'm like, hold on now, hold on now. So it was it's the hardest thing is getting up and then adjusting when you gotta adjust when they throw them punches, them quick punches.
I'd say inconsistency, and then number 2 would be feeling like you're missing out. If you have to take a day off, to go hang out with friends or do something, and feeling like you're missing out on a lot of money when it's busy, at a prime time. That's what sucks.
I've ripped myself away from social situations several times to my friends' displeasure. They always want me to hang out when it's great out, and never when I'm sitting around twiddling my thumb bored, not getting a decent order for a whole hour,
Exactly, yeah. And then you tell them you can't hang out, and then you go on to Dash, and it's not even busy, and you feel bad.
No. It usually works in my favor when it really is prime. My only thing is, after I got over my hump this summer where I had my problems and my depression, I'm still fighting that a little bit, but I'm out. But I made $2,000 in 3 months, and I couldn't even go to the races if I wanted to. And the days I did go out, I could only work the city, so I had to go out on Friday, Saturday, make sure I was out there, and make sure I was out there for the peak pay trying to grind, That hurt the most. But speaking of base pay, I started at $3 base pay, and what a freaking difference 50 cents makes. You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
No, I feel you on that. I mean, sometimes I'll be petty. I'm like, man, $6? Nah, it ain't $6.25. I'm not moving. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be like, man, even though technically it's only a quarter,
Well,
but because of the fact that it could go up, the
yeah,
$6.25 part. Yeah.
That's the only intuition of it all.
That's why I take $6 add-ons, because I
Yeah,
had a
exactly.
$6 add-on for 5.8 miles go up once. So like on the add-ons, I feel like the other rules kind of fly out the window. As long as the miles aren't more than the money, it could go up.
Yeah, no, I think, I think what you were saying, you're pretty accurate. Some of the friends like, oh, let's go out, let's have fun. I think that's one thing that I want to be better at this year is just calling it a day when it's slow. Just calling it a day, go home, do something else. But then in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, I could just be out there, and what if I missed out on a banger? Is that
one trip that would have put me over that? You know, that's the high of the thing too. Of also doing this, you get that high of, damn. What if I went in a little too early? It's like,
yeah. What's up, Tony?
What up?
How you doing, man?
Oh man, today was a grind.
Nice. I saw you said you made 500, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
I forced the 500. I was like, I ain't going home till I get 500.
There you go. If I would say that, I wouldn't be home in like 48 hours, man. Maybe even more than that. I'd be out here like your guys is hour 72.
Well, before I ended the live stream that I was doing today, I got a Lyft Lux Black to the airport, and that thing paid me $110 for 30 minutes. So that kind of work helps.
It'd be the one trip. It'd be the one trip come in, change the whole day.
Oh yeah, and then I got another lift to the airport. It was just a measly $55.
That's it?
Measly, he says.
Yeah, he did. You guys got any tips for Daniil? It's his first day tomorrow. Any tips and tricks? What's he
doing? What's his?
I think it's his first day doing DoorDash. He said.
DoorDash.
That's what you're gonna do. You're only gonna take good, decent offers, services in his videos constantly.
I
think the very first tip is subscribe to the Driven Dad. No, I'm just kidding.
Subscribe to everybody up here that got a channel.
But you just have to learn your market. I would say, don't necessarily take everything, but don't be afraid to take a lot that seems kind of crappy. Just to kind of get to know your restaurants, get to know the staffs, get to know like the best ways to keep yourself around the best restaurants. If you don't experiment, then you don't know exactly what's the best strategy for your market.
If your offers that make sense to you,
that's perfect advice right there for sure.
Yeah, and add on top what he just said also. Your first day, you're probably gonna fail, but now you know what restaurants to blacklist, where to go at, what to do. So don't give up on your first day, man. Just hang in there. And
best piece of advice: don't ever go to Wendy's. No, I'm just kidding. Some Wendy's are in the 1% where they're actually good. But most Wendy's are in the other category where they're just straight up garbage.
I can't remember what I ever went to. That was
what market is he in?
I don't think he said that. But if you want to put it in the chat, Daniil, where you're at, let us know.
Rule number 2: don't go to On the Border unless you think it's going to be a banger.
On the Border.
Oh, you know what? I would do On the Border on Grubhub because I know how much it's paying and I know it's going to take forever. So I'll just go stack it with something. And by the time I get that stack and get to the On the Border, it's finally ready.
He's in San Diego, he said.
what I would say.
San Diego. Oh man,
Diego. Man, he about to make some good money. He about to make them zero
Yeah.
numbers.
So Daniil, for
so
the next
here's the
live
advice.
next Friday, you're gonna be like,
Get
guys, I made
100
$2,000 this week.
Get 100 trips
We need
done.
Zero in here to tell him how California
It's
is. He knows all about
right
California.
there, San Diego.
You got Prop 22, so don't really worry about like tip or no tip. Just learn the market, learn the restaurants that are like the good sit down, high price menus, and then get 100 orders in ASAP and have your your completion rate at 95, and then get in large order program, and then you'll kill it out there.
Large order program's a lifesaver, guys.
Yeah. And then
if you're
check out your driver Mike, even though some people think he's boring. If you go back like 2 or 3 years from now, like he's got a lot of DoorDash videos in San Diego. I think La Jolla is what he said.
Oh, yeah, I think he used to live out there, right? And then he moved to Pittsburgh, I think. Yeah.
La Jolla is like the area where he is always talking about dashing. So that must be like where a lot of good restaurants are.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to like watching him on YouTube, your driver Mike, but he always like boasted about how good Peak Pay was, and I was like, man, stop lying. Peak Pay is garbage.
But his Peak Pay probably was good in
California.
Yeah, because California, that's a different monster right there. That's just if I needed some truck work, I would go down there. It's a different for everything. It's a different monster down there, but you also be paying for that monster down there.
Yeah, Lou Dog was asking if we saw Pedro's video. I saw it. It's by our video. I think it's not in my market yet. I do want to try it out just to see what it would be like. But from what I've seen, some people are making decent money on it, especially if like you go to slower restaurants that take forever, because now they're paying you to wait, so
yeah, but that's not a very high pay to wait. You want to
that's true. I mean, I think the highest I've seen is like $12.
You want to get quick turns. If you're doing that, you want to get quick turns
for sure.
People that are tipping, because they only count the base pay, right?
I believe so. Yeah,
and it's the luck of the draw, because like you can't
stay away from
solo, one per hour or something.
Ronaldo, stay away from solo.
Rolando said, "Hey everyone, wanted to see which app is better to use, Pair or Solo." I don't think they're the same thing. First of all,
stay away from solo.
They're
any
different.
recommendations would help. Yeah, I think they're definitely different.
What's wrong with Solo?
I was gonna ask you, what does Solo do to you, bro?
Yo, I'm still crying, bro. No, I'm just it gives you scam energy, I didn't completely like go through the whole process, but those friends I've spoken to and stuff, it's a big bowl of BS, man. Because like the basic thing of it is that if enough, here's the thing, it sounds like a pyramid scheme in itself, because the whole thing is they're like, oh, sign up in your market, and if it's not in your market already, get as many other drivers to sign up and subscribe to the $5 a month thing, and then we'll like establish a market within your market, and then we'll like decide on when's the best time to dash or whatever you're doing. And then they guarantee, keep in mind, they guarantee whatever pay they estimate, they'll make up that money for you. So if this is their thing that they advertise, is that if the app is telling you, oh, Nova, you're guaranteed supposed to make $22 an hour in this market. If you only make 12, they're saying they're going to give you $10 an hour for as long as you dashed, is what they're claiming in the app as like a paycheck.
Yeah. So I got to clear up one thing on that. They don't require you to sign people up to the subscription.
No,
they just want people to sign up to the free one. If enough, because basically they need the data of the drivers in the market, and you can sign up for free and link your accounts to track your earnings, and that's how they determine what the hourly is for each app in those markets. So they do need enough people in order to get a real data.
But like, it's not like it's not one of those things where they're saying, "Oh, you have to do it," but they recommend it. So
yeah, I mean, what you get with the $5, what you get with the $5 is their mileage tracking and their expense tracking. Yeah. Other apps charge, like QuickBooks charges for that stuff too. So and $5 isn't that much. You can get it for free from Gridwise. So,
I think going back to Rolando's question, I don't know why he's comparing the two because they're different. I mean, I know Para now is what
Para
they do like the Para Works and they do with Uber, right? Like the Uber stuff.
Well,
like the Uber
Para
functionalities.
Para doesn't have a mileage tracker, but it now has earnings trackers that I've seen keeping track of the accounts I have linked. But yeah, Solo is not really comparable to.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but this whole time I thought Para doesn't exist anymore because of the way you talk about it, Nova. You're like, oh, back when you worked.
I was about to say, like, I haven't logged in. I mean, the last time that I logged in, my earnings weren't synced. Everything was off. Like it was saying we're working on we're syncing or whatever, and it's like whenever I read that, I thought they meant they were syncing, like the ship was syncing. You know what I'm saying? But they're trying to sync your account.
Pretty much.
Well, tip transparency doesn't work, but like Para Works is actually pretty good. If you don't have large order program, they're building out a lot of restaurants paying like 25 plus on catering orders. If they've made it into your market, you might want to check it out.
I think they're focusing a lot in DC. I've seen that on their app. Like
this is my app DC right here, guys. Right here, old fashioned notepad. That's what that is.
Yeah, you might want to take a backup of that every week and take a picture of it.
Hand it to them. Can you color in your rating?
Yeah, because if that gets lost, then you're screwed. Like, take a picture of it every week.
Oh, with this?
Yeah.
This not lost. Nah, I'm coming from the truck driver Ram.
Yeah.
Like
okay, you got more than just miles in there though, then, huh?
Hey.
How's the utility app been working for you guys?
That's your utility app, the helper app.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best $10 a month I spend, bro. Honest. Like for me,
I do it by the month just to give Gary some extra money.
It's a no-brainer for me. I think it's great. I think Gary, slowly puts better things on it. So I think it's a great app, man. I think if you have an Android and you don't have it, it's a crime. You should be in DoorDash jail. If you don't have that.
They should hire you to do
You might get rid of Maximo.
I accept 70% of their orders. On DoorDash, but there's so much volume on DoorDash. The volume isn't on Grubhub, but what they do offer me, I take a lot of. I think last time I went out and worked was the only time that like my acceptance rate was down in 10%, and because they were just trying to drag me to the city, and I'm like, no, I don't want to go there because DoorDash was still giving me good offers up here.
I don't know about that one, man. Don't get rid of Maximo.
I don't know about that one, man.
I can't get into the sub menu to adjust my bottom for the add-on, and I don't want to decline an add-on that it might think is bad.
Did you tell Gary?
Because I stack and route. And I can't get into my sub menu to adjust my filters. It won't even let me. I've uninstalled the app and everything, and I still can't get it to. I don't know what's wrong. Whether it's my phone. Gary just thinks it's my phone. And it's like, well, both my phones do it ever since this last stupid Android update.
I would say my favorite thing about it is that it allows me to keep my eyes on the road.
Oh, for sure.
I'll be driving and it'll automatically accept, just reroute me and I'll just be continuously driving.
Grubhub doesn't do that BS where they
Yo, drive
you're
utility
the best,
app.
You're the best driver for this order, so it's only $2 instead of $3. Still, like I don't get that much volume. It's very rare, only on very busy days. Like my buddy
Rex,
made $70 an hour the other night because he bought a ton of orders from Watertown here, and that's what it was trying to get me to do. It was trying to get me to go all the way to the city and come back.
So to answer Rex's question, what are some must-have apps for dashing? Any type of tracker to track your miles. I think it's a must. You can pick whatever. There's so many. I think you can definitely use Gas Buddy or Get Upside. Maybe save a little money on gas for sure. If you have an Android, we just talked about the DUH app. You need some music. I think YouTube Premium, to me, I don't know if it's a must, but it's definitely up there with highly, highly.
YouTube Creator.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, for sure. I think definitely track your miles. Whether you do it the old school way, write it down, or use an app or whatever. But definitely do that for sure.
I personally recommend using Everlance only because you can track your miles and your purchases simultaneously, and it puts it all in one place for you.
I think most trackers give you that option, but yeah, as long as you're tracking, if you have an Android, I think the DUH is great. Just for the simple fact that you can just hit decline one time, and it does everything else for you. I think that just makes it a no-brainer for me. I know Kyle is over there, an iPhone user. Thumbs down. Yo, honestly, dude, I don't even know how you've lasted 19,000 deliveries with an iPhone. That sounds like so much torture.
It's only, for your information, it's only about 18,000.
Oh, my bad. Ooh, okay. Well, it's a lot of self-inflicted pain right there.
Yeah.
You could have gotten yourself a cheap $200 Android.
Okay. Be honest. Are you just having an iPhone out of spite now, or are you genuinely?
I've just always had an iPhone. I'm just used to how the functionality is and how it works. It's just what I like.
He's basically saying he's basic. He's a basic person.
I'm dead.
Man, that's funny.
I'm talking to you on an iPhone.
No, I mean, I have an iPhone, for my W2. I think it's a lot of things that iPhones do better than Androids, but I think I still like my Android better overall.
Actually, I'm not even quite at 18K yet. I'm 17.
What is it, 17? 17, yeah. I mean, you're basically there, man. We are going to round up. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
My YouTube phone is the iPhone. My work phone, the Android.
Yeah. No, I mean, I got a Google Pixel 6a just for doing all the apps like a couple months ago. So my actual phone is just now free, which is kind of nice. Just to have a phone that's only for the apps and stuff definitely helps out for sure.
Wait, so you have 3 phones? Or do you have 2?
Well, technically, yeah, 3 phones because that phone has a line. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
But I usually give people my iPhone number just because most people have iPhones. But
Yeah.
Yep. Real.
Yeah, I got the iPhone for the wrong reason, y'all. I'm not gonna say it on here, but I was missing out on a lot of FaceTime calls from the ladies. So
they were like, wait, we can't FaceTime you? Nah,
you can't FaceTime you. I had to get me.
That's pretty funny. Hey man, that's a valid excuse right there.
At least I know my potential girlfriend has an iPhone. If I ever see her again, of course.
Of course.
Get them late night calls, man.
All the women in my life have iPhones. My wife and my 4 daughters. Well,
nice.
One of them doesn't. She's only 4. She doesn't have a phone.
Not yet. Wait, Tony. So, random question: How old was your youngest when you gave them a phone?
12.
12. Okay.
Because that's when she started doing things
man.
Where I needed to get a hold of her when she was at an activity or something.
Gotcha. Yeah, I always wonder back and forth in my mind, like, how old is my daughter going to be when I give her a phone? Because right now, she already knows how to work iPhones, Androids. She's
her phone doesn't come with, even up to this day at 16, doesn't have any social media or none of that crap.
They get some like phone games and stuff, but they don't have access to the internet. They don't have access to social media.
So it's like an old school phone, like legit, just a phone.
Yeah, it's a phone and a Game Boy.
Gotcha.
I feel a little bad over here. I gave my son a phone at 8 years old.
8 years old. But when people think of giving their kids a phone, they're giving them like a full phone, like free reign to everything.
Well, when my first phone, it was little Nextel, and you could like
with Snake.
Yeah, man. Those were the good old days, man. And I used to want a Razor so bad. Like I feel like if you had a Razor back in the day, you was cool,
He was the man.
Did you say Nextel? Oh, I didn't have a Nextel. I had the Nokia.
Yeah, no, I remember there was this one guy, if you wanted to make your ringtone, you would hold out the phone to the speaker and you could like make your own little ringtone, like, like back in the day. Yeah. And I think it was Verizon where you could put like
they do the ringbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom told me to take that off.
You're a ringback, discontinue.
Yeah, she says, "I'm professional. Take it down. Take it down."
Job, I want to hear that when they call you.
It's like Lil Jon, yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I got the Samsung Z Flip just to feel a little bit more of that old school feel.
So when you close it, you're like
the Z Fold.
Yeah. I just want to like.
Anyways, can I crap. So I got a question for you all. How many of you all are getting natural triples and natural quadruples?
Natural quadruples? That sounds unnatural, man. What do you mean?
I might every now and then get a C-section quadruple. Hardly natural.
I didn't get one tonight, unfortunately. They were like spreading them out for a while and it pissed me right off because like I declined one by itself is crap. Decline one by itself is crap, but those two together would be good. And then declining another one, those three together would be awesome because they all go next to each other. It's like, why are you spreading them out? You guys don't.
Yeah, I only see triples from Panera sometimes, and they're usually trash.
I never seen.
Yeah, I see one that originally did it.
If I see a stack, I know there's no LOP, so I don't do it.
Yeah. I think I can count on my hand how many triples I've got.
Because Pedro did get one. He showed it on screen. There was
if you get one,
$102 large order, and then just a normal $30.
Well, Bud,
if you get
Bud,
one,
are you like coming across a lot of people dashing with you right now? Like, have you seen a lot of other dashers tonight?
There's one other up in this area. I'm going to the city right
now. That
now.
probably makes more sense then, because you're probably getting triples because they don't have many drivers.
My philosophy is don't manage to the exception.
Huh? What does that mean?
Can you elaborate a little bit? That was kind of a brain.
Manage to the exception. What do you mean?
Well, like, because you said that Pedro did it once, so it's like, that might have been the exception.
Don't make the rule based off of the exception.
I'm like the exception. Gotcha. Yeah.
Like, just because you got a LOP one time with a stack doesn't mean that's like common.
I haven't had an LOP in almost 2 months, even though my stats should have been good. And I saw two the other night sitting there. I saw one when I walked to the sushi joint. And I was on a double for it. It was an $18 double, but still, it was $150 worth of sushi. And then I came to Arby's, and they kept giving me triples for that, like a double at Arby's and a 7-Eleven, like a double dash for another Arby's. And I was there. They printed a $104 receipt in front of me. It's like, frick. They gave it to a rookie dasher. A rookie. 2 weeks that guy's been working. It's like, oh. He delivered it because I told the staff, make sure he confirms it in front of you. I know DoorDash probably is only make him do it in front of
you. I haven't seen many new dashers yet.
You're just like, yo, make sure that newbie okays it, bro. Don't let him in the building with my order,
yeah,
bro.
I literally told him that. Like, if you don't recognize the dasher, just make him confirm it in front of
you. Should have been like,
some wearing the right shoes, bro. He's
but you know what? You should have been. As a matter of fact, yo, I signed that order. Let me get it.
You're like, look at his shoes. He's not even wearing the right shoes. You know he's a newbie.
He doesn't even have a dasher.
Yeah. Like, well, you know when you see a new dasher and their bag is like super red, like it's like they're new. Yeah. Like when it's not even faded yet, that's when you know.
Oh man!
Like a lot of what happened in my market is that Top Dasher craze came and went, but we got the high pay order program right at that same time, and they didn't understand how to work it. And my market is probably a lot different from most markets because I don't live in a very high populous area. But the majority of orders are tipped, even the small ones. So I don't get very many no-tip orders. So
Nova, I was gonna say about new dashers. I realized new dashers are more jumpy. Like they're more like, where's that person that I was supposed to ask? Like they're more like jumpy. When experienced, they're kind of. I
think it's either that or they're like super shy. It's one or the other. Yeah. Like I saw this one guy at Cheesecake Factory, and homie looked like a deer. Out there with the headlights because no one was helping him. He wasn't asking nobody. He was just there standing. And I was like, hey, man, you picking up? Like, just go down and stand over here. They'll see you. And then he's like, oh, okay, thank you. But I feel like right now, like if you're going to be a new dasher, it's always harder because I feel like if I was to get on right now and I'm getting all this low paying offers, I'm like, man, I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to get off. Like, it's not, I'm not going to make any money on this. But I think that's a first impression. Like I think like Kyle was saying, I think when you're new, they definitely probably feed you better orders to get you to stay. And then after like a week or two, you're like, all right, that's gone now. We're gonna give you the real orders now. Yeah, here's this 225 going 10 miles down the road. So
if you can get on the military bases and you're willing to work this end, we are desperately short dashers for the busy rushes. So just work a few hours a night, you're a part timer. But the problem is, everyone's scared of Fort Drum. Oh, I don't like it. It's confusing to me, blah, blah, blah. It's like, so what happened was all these people with the Top Dasher craze went from either they were new dashers and barely got a taste of it, like you said, they get those good orders, and they were in the city, and a lot of them, and then other dashers who were also part-timers left all their W-2s to try this full-time. And it was foolish of them to do that because there's not enough orders for everyone in the city. And I had to the point where I was getting customer complaints because DoorDash would cancel it, like support didn't know what to do, and they couldn't come to the main gate to meet them because they couldn't get on the military base. And DoorDash would just cancel all their orders. I was getting tons of complaints. I'm like, as long as it's not the end of the month, because that went on for 2 months. End of that first month, and then they went on for the whole next month. They tried again the next month. They maybe worked a week and a half in the next month, and all of a sudden, it's like all the dashers fell off.
I drove kind of
east. It's been like that since November.
I drove kind of east from my usual city I dashed in by accident one time. Like I drove an order way out there, and I ended up staying in the area, and it kept bringing me back to a military base. But they're great orders. They're like $8 for like 3 miles or something like that. And it was kind of like the military base was in the middle, and all around it was all these restaurants and McDonald's and all that kind of stuff. Yep. And so you're just kind of like hopping back and forth. The only downside, though, was that every time you went to the military base, you had to get checked in, and you had to wait in that line. So it would make a 10-minute drive a 15 or 20-minute drive.
Yep. That's why you got to stack and route. You got to stack and route.
So that's one of my black lists right there. I don't do military bases.
No, 4, 5, 6 orders at a time because you want as many orders as you can in case you get held up at the gate. Yeah. Most of the guards know me, but they gotta occasionally rain on me too. I can't be the exception. So
that and most of the military base people that are ordering are like straight out of high school. They're like, "Oh, I'm next to the red building. All the buildings are red." It's those
Oh, dude, no. Like, rideshare Lisa came up here to work, and the freaking person there just got to Fort Drum, and she told her to drive away back toward the restaurant. It's like, oh. and I knew where she was talking about, and I was trying to scream in the microphone, but she took the earpiece out because she was in the voice chat on Discord, and I was like, "No, stay! Give me 2 minutes, and I'll get to you." And she drove off on me. It's like, God.
No, I'm definitely with Todd on this one. Like, sometimes I be dropping off here in Tyson's that have like all these government contractors where you got to go through the gate, and I'm like, oh man. But most of them are like, oh, are you dropping off for so and so? It's cool, man. Go through, no problem. But if you have the one guy that's new or that follows all the rules, then they gotta check the car, check your, it just takes longer.
I had a soldier do that the other day that didn't recognize me. He didn't know me. I'm gonna guess he doesn't normally get posted on the gates, or maybe he works airbase more, which is a gate I don't normally go through. And it's not even open half the time. They randomly open it, but so I don't even bother going through it half the time because I know it might be closed and I'm not gonna go back around. But like he's like, "Oh, can I see your orders?" And I start listing them off and showing him my screen. He's like, okay, I believe you. I had 4 orders.
Or like the one time when I was delivering to, I think it was like a CIA building or whatever, when the guy was like, "Don't park. If you park, they're gonna come and like talk to you." And I was like, "All right, like let me not park then."
Dasher.
Feeling like Neo on the Matrix.
Yeah. But I ended up parking, and then they kept looking at me, but no one said anything, so. And then he came and he met me. He actually drove to me.
Now you got a tracker on you. You know that now.
Probably.
Yeah, they watch.
All right, I'm gonna head out, guys.
All right, Tony. Have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Have a good night.
Okay, man.
Peace.
What's up, Tim? See you.
This is also good advice from
building.
Yeah, FBI building.
Yeah,
it's also good advice here from GigWise. Must have apps for DoorDash, other gig apps. Go for it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any in my market. I don't have any catering apps. I don't have any of the super apps. I technically have Curry, but I'm still waitlisted, and they won't let me change my vehicle to my truck, so I can have access to all the orders and see everything.
What's up, man?
That was stupid of me when I signed up. I should have put my truck. I wasn't thinking, and I got kicked off Spark because people be lying. And that was my most profitable. I absolutely hate Spark, but I made it work. I absolutely hate working the app and the wait times. Like, I'm not joking. Some of these wait times are 45 minutes to an hour and a half. So you got to figure out a way around it.
Honestly, I don't.
I'm like, listen, I'm leaving because I am not being trapped here, being held hostage. I'm going to go do something else. Because you
Honestly,
guys are
I don't mind. I don't mind the wait times. I don't mind all that kind of stuff. The only thing that kind of gets under my skin every now and then is when people misunderstand your job. Like they'll call you if something's wrong in the bag, or they'll be like, "Hey, this, and this," and you're like, "I'm sorry, sir, but you have to understand, my job is literally just picking up what they give me and dropping off to me. That's literally my position."
Sorry.
That's all good.
Okay. Most of the Walmart customers thought you worked for Walmart. Almost every one of them. Like, I even delivered to someone who I've delivered on every other app I have. I drove off DoorDash and Instacart. And
sorry, I'm reading what GigWise
I thought
says.
I recognized the name. I thought you got a job at Walmart. I'm like, no, we're independent contractors. And she called the store, and of course they fed him a BS line. Oh, he left 45 minutes ago. I left there 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. It reminds me of it reminds me of when this lady was like, I was dropping off this DoorDash order, and the lady was like, "Oh, I'm gonna check the bag. Can I check it in front of you?" And in my mind, I'm like, I mean, you can, but if something is wrong, there's basically nothing I can do about it than to tell you to contact DoorDash or contact the store. So
the only thing we could try to do is get drinks, and I did miss one the night, but to be fair, it was drive-through, and I did ask, "Is that everything?" Because I should have double checked it, but there's 3 people behind me, and the guy behind me is already honking, being a hole. So I didn't do my due diligence, triple check, and sure enough, large Pepsi on the next order I was supposed to drop off.
You know what's funny, Nova? Talking about that story you're talking about, like one of my first dashes here in Virginia, I was already not having a good dash day, and I had went to go deliver this order, and this lady came out. She's like, "Hold on, you wait right there. Let me check this. You wait." And her 2 sons came out. They're big, freaking football player looking dudes, looking like they're ready to snap my neck. She's like, "Wait," and she ran in the house calling support, talking to them about everything. I was like, "Do you have what I'm missing in your car?" And I was like, "No, I don't." And the sons were like, "Just wait here," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm being held hostage over
I thought they were gonna be like, "We're gonna search your car." we're gonna go search your car.
And what's even funnier is like they're like, "Oh, this is wrong. They're gonna bring us the right one. So here, you want this one?" And I was like, "I don't like that flavor, bro." And like, oh.
Like, that's funny. Yeah, no, I told her, I was like, I told her, I was like, the bag is sealed, first of all. So I double checked with them, and they told me everything is good. And she's like, "Yeah, but they always make mistakes." And in my mind, I was like, they make mistakes, not I make mistakes. You know what I mean? But luckily, everything was good. But even if it wasn't, I was going to tell her, contact support, and they'll take care of you. Gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like
that happened to me one time too. That most definitely happened to me one time. I was coming from McDonald's, right? And the lady, once I got to the lady house, she just sent me a text, right? Asked me that I checked the order. So now I'm knocking on the door. Knock, 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 knock. So she opened the door to me. "You here fast?" I'm like, "Yeah." She says, "Everything in my bag?" I said, "I can't open your bag because COVID out." I gave her that code. She said, "Well, I give you permission to open my bag." Then she go say, "Well, I give you permission to open my bag." I said, "Well, I'm here now." So I mean, I gave her the bag. She said, "Hold on, because I want to make sure everything." I said, "I have nothing to do with that right now." So I'm pretty sure she gave me a bad rating and stuff. But I'm not one, especially on these delivery apps. Going back to Spark, I be hearing a lot of people having these horror stories with Spark. Maybe because y'all sitting there waiting. So with Spark, how I do it, and I've been doing this for 2 years. I don't care about my metrics on Spark, meaning I don't care about my on time rivals on Spark. So I will accept a trip while I have 2 other things I'm doing, and then I will go to that Walmart. And by the time I get there, they know my face, and they be like, "Okay, you here for A, B, and C." So, and a lot of times I go for the .com orders and like high paying batch orders also. So I don't really, I'm always doing something in that time.
It kind of gets annoying because it's like, I wish people understood the differentiating factor that you're not associated with the business. You're just driving the food to you. You don't know what they put in there. You don't know. And every bag they give you is triple dipple sealed. And if I even cut it a little bit, you'd be like, "Who opened my bag?" Anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
He ate a fry on my bag. No, listen.
All right. Can I add to that with Spark in this? With Spark, the on time does matter a lot. It's such a sensitive. I couldn't boost my on time. I was trying really hard to. It wouldn't move off 92% right before I got deactivated. And what you could do is go to the store. You have to basically be right in front of the store to hit a ride. Just do not check into a parking spot. Just hit the X button. And like the other store would give me crap about it, but it's like, listen, we're independent contractors. Until that app notifies me both are done, or you call me and tell me they're both done, you cannot hold me hostage. We're independent contractors. And I had the lady who used to do roadie and what's the other one? Point pickup. "Oh, I used to be the regional manager. I'll never drop an order. I'll wait 2 hours for it." It's like, well, no wonder why they don't have their contract anymore. And 2, we're independent contractors. You cannot hold me hostage. I'm sorry. I'm going to go.
Hey, I'm sorry, bub, but you try saying that to these big football-looking dudes ready to break your neck if you walk out the parking lot.
But the DoorDash side is, even if they say, "Oh, you can open the bag. Please open the bag and make sure they have their stuff." I directly explain, I cannot do that. And if they either don't respond within a couple minutes or they respond, "No, I want you to do it anyway." Nope. I type, "I'm passing this on to another dasher. I refuse to do that. That can get me deactivated."
I realize a lot.
Dasher,
I realize a lot of restaurants. if it's not like mom and pop kind of places, but if they're like mainstream chains, I notice a lot of the workers obviously are very annoyed with gig apps. So a lot of them don't care. So they'll put it in there if it's wrong. They just want to get it out of here.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, dude, what do you want
go
me
to
do,
that
man?
iffy restaurant or that slow restaurant because it's dirt slow, but you get a really good paying order. Like, yeah, they're gonna like the Taco Bell here in the city. If you go there when their lobby's open, they will let you sit there. They'll serve all their in-house and drive-through first. Then they'll do the online.
I tell y'all one app,
25 minutes one time.
One app that don't play that. The one app that don't play that at all is Dispatch. So if I get there, if my time to get there to pick up is 11:30, and I hit that I'm here, they start charging by the minute.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
So
DoorDash started doing that. Well, actually, all three apps, DD, with McDonald's.
Yeah, but they do it more of like pennies. I'm talking about Dispatcher charge them like if you there 5-10 minutes, you got an extra 5 on top of that. I got a couple of videos when I was at like ABC Supplies, and the stuff wasn't ready yet. And next thing you know, I stayed there extra 10-15 minutes. Now I got an extra 10 on top of the $100 trip I already got. So they don't play that on Dispatch. Like once you did, it don't go up like 4 cent little pennies. It actually like goes up.
Yeah, I think for me, if I'm gonna wait more than 15 minutes and I'm committed, because I don't want to unassign, because then I'm just cutting somebody else's wait time not down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just but then a lot of that goes into like the server or the hostess, whoever's lying to me, telling me it's coming right up, when they could have just told me, hey, it's gonna take 25 minutes, and I would have probably unassigned from the get-go, as opposed to just like, damn, nah, I gotta wait.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I had this one lady, she came up to me, she's like, 5 more minutes. She must have said 5 more minutes.
Oh, I hate that, dude. I absolutely hate that. 5 more minutes.
Like, I'm like, yo, whoever taught you math needs to be fired.
It's 5 more minutes. It's we're packing it up. We're waiting for one last item. It's almost ready to go. You know, to me, a nice indicator that it's gonna take a while is if they offer me a drink. They're like, hey, you want a free drink while you're waiting? I said, all right, we're gonna wait. No problem. I'll take that Coke.
You want a cookie right here or something? You know, once they start offering you stuff, you just be like, oh, okay, I know what time y'all are.
Yeah. When today I went to pick up to this Vietnamese restaurant, and when I got there, I could already tell it didn't have the order, like they didn't put it in, but I had another order. Order to pick up, so I just came back and then it was ready. But at first they were like, oh man, we don't have this. But then I feel like Chinese places are fast,
Yeah.
Like, so even when she told me the 10 minutes, I'm like, okay, that's probably like a real 10 minutes, not like a BS 10 minutes.
When Chinese places say 10 minutes, they mean 10 minutes. Yeah.
They're very punctual.
But back to what you were saying, I actually think I get some of the worst treatment sometimes from like mom and pop places over like mainstream places, because I feel like the mom and pop kind of thing that they feel like they have to be on the apps to be relevant, to stay, with the times. But in the back of their mind, but they kind of hate it low key,
Yeah.
So I think it just kind of depends. But then also, like, if you're nice to them, like if you become friendly with them, they could give you, they could give you free stuff, or they just, or sometimes it's nice, when you walk in, hey, how's it going? You guys busy, blah blah blah. A lot of the BS talk sometimes, but
yeah. I always try to like make conversation with people in there that I see that are in there all the time, because if you develop that relationship, then they'll create a respect for you.
Oh, for sure. Like when people tell you, oh, I like your hat, and things like that, and then that could go somewhere else, but or you could keep it the same and talk about it for months. But
and then wonder she's not even there anymore.
Exactly.
That's what I try to do with my Walmarts. I make sure I speak to everybody. So now when I go on my Walmarts, they already know, like, okay, he here for this. They know my name, and try to get up out of it. Now I haven't did Spark since last week. It still seems like they trying to get together from that that system crash that they had. So it's been a little off, to be honest with y'all.
There's always like this. I feel like every mainstream restaurant I go into, like McDonald's or Taco Bar or something like that, there's always that one dasher that's like, what do you need? Oh, I'm here for Karen. No, I need the code. Oh, what code? This code up here? That's always that one guy.
Yeah, for sure. I do like this one McDonald's where they don't put it like on the counter, but it's right behind. But it's understood. Like it's cool for you to pick it up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, most people don't want to pick it up because they're like, oh, what if it's not right now? I'm like, yo, if I can reach it, it's ready. You know what I'm saying? like if it wasn't ready, it'll be back by the apple pies or whatever. You know what I mean? But if I can reach it, I'm taking it.
I can reach my one, and I started to tell them, hey, I'm grabbing this. They're like, no, we gotta look it over. It's cool. They ended up calming down after I smoothed it over, but like, it's because people kept stealing them. It's like, oh. McDonald's specifically got a high rate of people just stealing the orders, but it's like, it's also the restaurant you can get good orders, but it's also the restaurant where there's a lot of no-tip orders, but these dashers will look and see what the items are, and I like that. I'll keep this order and unassign it.
I have a big feeling that places like McDonald's, for every 10 orders that are delivered, 8 of them are refunded. Just because McDonald's food gets so cold so fast.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't travel well, and that they're probably sitting there for like 10 minutes before someone picks them up. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, because no, seriously, I delivered to one, and I was right near the restaurant, and this is when they first started letting them have doubles, and they added it on. It was 10 miles away, but the money was good. And they're like, oh, my fries are ice cold. And it's like, well, I kept them in my bag. I knew they weren't ice cold. But it's like, you live 10 miles away. What do you want?
Right.
You live too far
throw
away.
Them in the air fryer. You good. Gig-wise, I think it's because McDonald's food's never actually fresh. It's just not frozen.
Well, yeah, it's already sitting there in a warmer or not. Maybe that's why Five Guys and Wendy's. That's why Wendy's is like, well, mine on DoorDash will make it before you get there, but the one here in the city will not. They will not. So Grubhub, no matter what, they have to check it in and all that bull crap. They won't make it till you get there. I've had quite a few angry customers over it. It's like, listen, I don't make the rules.
I one time was delivering this McDonald's order, and as I was giving the guy the bag, I could see behind him an air fryer on his counter. I was like, "Hey, bro."
Hey, homie had it ready to go. Homie was ready.
I was like, "Hey, bro." I'm telling you. I told him, I was like, "Hey, bro, I'm telling you right now, that bag was sitting there for a minute, so I would throw the fries in the air fryer right now." Just letting you know.
Hey, gig-wise, just because the Chinese food be coming out piping hot. They just put it in a little.
Yeah,
Chinese food, you get it, it's still hot.
10 minutes.
Oh, that's funny. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
I think a close second in my area for Wendy's, as for bad places, is Burger King. Burger King here is just not very good.
Oh,
yeah, Burger King.
Yeah. Mine rock. I've never had a problem, except once where
I've never had anything but problems.
They were definitely still inside, but they would not answer their speaker. They were open till 2 a.m., but it was 1:10, and they would not answer their drive-thru speaker. And then I went up to the window. I could see my order sitting there. I banged on the window, and they wouldn't do it. Finally, I called support. I'm like, listen, what do you want me to do? They're in there, but they refuse to answer. And they just ended up canceling it. And I was not happy because I'd already traveled for it. It was a $25 order.
For Burger King?
Yes.
That cost them more than the meal.
That been sitting right there for a good little while. If it was $25, it's probably been sitting there for 3 hours.
Well, maybe one of them was, but not both. They were both decent sized orders.
Man, if Homeboy hopped in his car, he could have went there and bought 2 meals with that $25 instead of just one.
Well, a lot of people in the military base don't have a car. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I got a car and I still use DoorDash.
Because they know
for sure.
No,
the only time the only time I didn't I went to go pick it up was my daughter wanted a Happy Meal and I was feeling lazy, so I went on the app and I'm like $16. Oh hell no, I'm gonna go get it myself. I was like, I'm not paying no $16 for a Happy Meal, bro. What? Like, are you crazy?
I delivered a cheeseburger, a single cheeseburger, and it wasn't a redeploy. It was just all the guy ordered. Like,
think about that. It probably has a small order fee. It's probably got like, a bunch of other crap. So that little cheeseburger probably cost like $10.
Yeah, plus he gave me a $4 tip.
There you go.
A $4 tip.
He could have bought 2 cheeseburgers with your tip.
Yeah, he didn't order a meal. He's like, no, that's all I wanted. I'm like, you're crazy, man. You could order the cheeseburger pack for $20. Actually, no, cheeseburger pack $17. The Big Mac pack's $20. And it's like, why?
Hey man, but even then, McDonald's is expensive, man. The other day when I was on my W-2, I stopped with a coworker and he got like a daily double, which it's not even on the menu, so you have to be like in the know that they have that daily double, like a drink and a fries, and that joint was like $8. And I was like, damn. Back in the day, back in the day, you could literally with $5 you could eat like maybe 2 McChickens, a fry, and a drink. Now with $5 you get yourself a drink and like a small fry or something. That's it.
No. Use their app. Go under the deal.
I know. But even with the deals, McDonald's is not what it used to be. Like
you order normal and don't use the app deals or the 20% off whatever dollar, you're gonna get raped.
I delivered 1 cookie for $8. Was it from Crumble Cookies? Because that place is a ripoff, man.
I delivered 3 cookies in a single Big Mac.
McDonald's used to be the Make Munchies. Now it's the Make Crummies. Like it's not.
Speaking of expensive cookies, I got one right here.
Yeah, I hate that place with a passion.
Every cookie place ever that exists is literally just overpriced cookies, dude.
Oh hell yeah!
I like Insomnia cookies. Y'all got Insomnia cookies?
I got Insomnia.
I don't think we have those here.
That used to be my spot after.
Every time I pick up from Insomniac, they always give me the box and say, "Okay, make sure to call when you arrive." Right? Make sure to call when you arrive, sir.
The only cookies that always slap are the Girl Scout cookies, bro. That's the ones that I be.
I don't even like Girl Scout cookies no more. They're not the same.
It's all about the Thin Mints, bro. Thin Mints.
Oh, ew.
All about the Thin Mints. What's the other one called? I forgot what the other one was called. There's another one that's popular.
Nova. I haven't had Thin Mints since I was a Thin Mint.
Oh man. No, the last time I bought them was that they were smart. They camped out between us, 5 guys on like a Chipotle or something. So they got a lot of food traffic, a lot of people walking in, and they had a little sign. We take Cash App, we take Venmo, we take all the apps. So like before that was my excuse. Oh, I don't got no cash. And the little girl was like, "Oh, we take Cash App." And I'm like, "Damn. All right, let me get a box then." Like. Oh man.
I got a funny story about the Girl Scout cookies. I took my little niece, right? I took her to the dispensary. We went to the dispensary, not inside of the dispensary, but we hung outside of the dispensary, right?
That's a good spot to be there too, man. I was like, hey,
her and a little friend, they set up shop. Half of the cookies was gone, y'all. I went back to her aunt. Say, see, I took him to the dispensary. She said, "You didn't take my damn kids to the dispensary." I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, we didn't go inside of the dispensary." But
just tell them we were on the public sidewalk.
Yeah,
we was chilling in the sidewalk. Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
But
So tell me if this makes sense. The same brand of gas station that was just at is $3.30 a gallon. This one is $3.02 with the member card. Same exact thing. So I went to the one across
town.
town.
A little bit more apple juice in it, guess.
Does that even make sense though? Like, why are the two locations such a different price when they're in the same dang city? They're literally the same brand. They're both Fast Tracks.
Oh, because I think they do that because one store don't be getting enough business, so you go to the next one, so you can just ping pong between both stores.
Well,
yeah.
I think it's because this one's across from the Walmart, by the Lowe's, by the Targets. They're trying to pull you in. Yeah. And the other one's not near anything except the McDonald's.
Also, they could be getting like a really good deal on gas and fuel, so they kind of try to keep it a little cheaper than the average one to make more business for themselves.
Yeah, but the other one's a higher price.
Well, the gas stations don't make that much money on the actual gas. They make money when you come inside and buy like an overpriced chips or Red Bull.
Yeah, to lure
you know what I'm saying?
The place, you know.
Yeah,
like, that's usually true, but the ones up north are charging $3.79 a gallon right now.
Man, Bub, so you would hate California.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I'm paying $3.02 a gallon right now, and think about that price difference, almost 80 cents price difference, like per gallon. They gotta be making some money on it. Come on, there's no way.
I think the gas station down the street from me right now is at $3.55.
I ended up getting gas in Tyson's because I was running low, but typically I would, either wait to go home or go to work because it's cheaper out there. But I think I feel that even in Tyson's, which is pricey, it was only $3.35, which I was surprised about.
I'm in Texas, New York, so.
My bank and Upside, I get points from both of them, so my tanks are always like at least 50 cents cheaper.
Yeah.
I mean, I use the Get Upside, and with the Dasher Direct, you get both. You get the cashback and Get Upside. So
yeah,
it's a win-win.
I wouldn't have cared about the price difference, but I'm in the truck, not the car, so it really matters when I'm filling up a 27-gallon tank.
You're driving a truck?
I have to. My car's broke.
Man.
I'm getting like 20 right now. 20 is the average. And I drive at like 52 and a 55 at night because there's no traffic. So I milk the fuel mileage. I know the exact shift points. Like in a 40, I go 46 because it's a 10-speed, so it's in ninth gear, getting best fuel miles possible.
Yes, I mean, shout out to my hybrid right now because hybrid gang.
I'm jelly. Dude, they want so much money for ones that are have bad batteries, been in a wreck. You can't you can't even register them without going through that stupid inspection. It's like, why?
Because you'll save the amount of money you pay up front compared to the amount of money you save in the long run is unmatched, bro.
No, because they're half of them are rusty pieces of crap too.
No, I
years ago.
They're definitely overpriced right now, especially the older ones.
Yeah.
So I would definitely try and maybe save up a little bit for like a newer one or like maybe a down payment or something. But
I'm waiting.
I've seen like a 2004 Prius or some shit. Like the first gen Prius still go for like 9-10 grand. I'm like, what? $9 grand? It's those people on Facebook that are like, I know what I have. No low ballers. You know what I mean? Like it's those people that you can't even try to negotiate.
It could be 5 years old, Nova, and they still want original sticker for it.
Yeah.
And good luck getting one at the dealer, because even if they do have one, I know this Toyota dealer is overcharging sticker now. I will never freaking give my business ever again because of that.
Yeah, I know. I got my little Lexus with I think the dealership is called Drive Time. It's kind of like
I know what that dealer is.
Like CarMax kind of sort of.
No, it's
that same type of like no hassle, like you do everything online before you go there kind of thing.
That's what's funny is usually that place is like way overpriced because we have a dealership up here called Time Buyer, which is the same concept. and they're like way overpriced. They charge double for an old car.
The reason why I went with them was because they were giving me like $3,000 for my trade-in, which was definitely not worth $3,000. My little Honda was at best $1,500 on a good rainy day where you can't see nothing. You don't see none of the imperfections. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't care about imperfections. I just care if it runs right.
Well, most people care about that, but
yeah.
No, but that's the only reason why I went there, because they were like, I was like, if you guys are giving me this much for my trade-in, then that's my down payment. Like, I'm not putting no money down. I don't even want to test drive it, because once you test drive it, they basically got you hooked. You know what I mean? Because you want it now, and you're gonna make it happen. And I was like, nah. I was like, if the math isn't right, I'm not test driving this car.
Well, you got lucky that the previous owner replaced the battery, and they took very good care of it.
Facts.
Yeah, really, dude. Like, that's what I want to find a dream hybrid like that.
Yeah, it's one of those it was one of those that only had like one owner, and they probably took it to go to church or good groceries. Like basically they basically treated her right just for me to treat him like crap. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't treat him like crap.
No.
If
but
I was in your hybrid, I'd be taking a lot more risky orders than you do.
But she gets abused daily. For sure.
I've seen your videos when you do that part where you have like a Macy's, and I see you zipping through the traffic there. Like, I can tell you drive a little aggressive from that.
Oh, of course, Yeah. I haven't gotten a good Macy's in a while.
Let's just say if you're on the same road, Nova's behind you coming.
Hell yeah. Yo, what's funny? There was like a person in front of me today. Like, there was a person in front of me today, and I could not be like a driving instructor because I would just be so annoyed. Because, oh man, like, when it's one of those driving schools and they have the little driving school thing off top, and it's just like, bro, like, why are you letting Hunter drive during rush hour? Like, this is not the time, It's not the time right now. So
that actually is a good thing for people to learn how to drive in rush hour. I wish more driving.
Not if I'm behind them.
They make you drive in a rush. They make you drive on an interstate while the Autobahn or equivalent thereof. They actually make you go on a section that's high speed and how to zipper merge. I wish people over here understood zipper merging. I've only had it happen 3 times where, when you're going down interstate and you kind of get little passing buddies and you guys just kind of cut through traffic together, let each other in and out.
Yeah.
Like, you get in that kind of group. I've had that happen. And then 2 times.
Oh, man.
And they were active military, so they've probably been to Germany and they understand it. But you get their families. Oh my God! You want to talk about some of the worst drivers in the world? You think your Maryland drivers are bad, bro?
Yeah, hell yeah! Maryland drivers the worst, right, Ty?
I'm going to raise the DC. Hey, so I said, did y'all send that? See that link that I sent over yesterday?
I saw the link you sent on there.
Yeah,
we don't.
Virginia drivers, man.
I was driving the other day and I saw this like brand new Nissan on the road at a light, and on the bumper said "brand new driver!" ! And I was like, "Oh, brand new driver, you say?" I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna mess with him." So the light turns green and I go and I cut him off really quickly. And I kept going. I could just see in my mirror the kid was freaking fainting in his seat.
Oh man!
Yeah, I'm definitely not. Oof, $76. That's pain. That's pain right there. That's emotional damage. Yeah. I'm receiving secondhand. But
you in Richmond, right?
Depend 100.
John is in Richmond, yeah.
You're Richmond, VA, right?
Yeah, Richmond, VA.
Hey, but I really don't. I'm not a huge fan of like bumper stickers.
Me either.
Because you can definitely like judge someone right off the bat. If I see you got all these cowboy stickers on your thing, all these like Dallas Stars, all these, it's like, bro, like nah. Or those people that are confused, like they'll have like a little frame around their license plate, and it'll say one team, but then the sticker says something else, and I'm like, what is this, man? Like,
you can talk bad about the Cowboys.
It's funny you say that,
Stars,
Nova,
man.
because I have a coworker where her entire dash is anime stickers from one end to the other, covered in stickers. I was like, man, you want some dash with them stickers? Like, man.
I know there's a NASCAR fan. I remember watching the Daytona 500 for several years, and there was this guy who come, like him and his whole family would come down, and they have like every freaking race car driver's flag out. It's like, okay, are you a fan of anybody in particular, or just
right? Yeah. Or like I like the people that can make fun of themselves that are like, oh, every sticker adds like 5 miles per hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they got all these random ass stickers.
Yeah.
But you know, the people that have like the little steak family and like the most like my kids are honor roll in like elementary school. Is that even a thing? Really, honor roll elementary school? You know, like
it is. It was when I was in school. Like if you were middle school age, like 4th, 5th. I think it's like 4th grade it goes down to now. But it's like.
Because I feel like a lot of people can mess with your car. Like let's say you have like if I had a bunch of Redskins things in my car and I'm going to like a Philly game or something, like, nah, you know, them Philly fans are wild. So it's like, you know, why give them the opportunity to mess with my car? You know, like I'm just gonna keep it classy, keep it clean. You know, but
I always hate when I see someone have like a bumper sticker or something that says "baby on board," but they're driving crazy. So you want me to be safe, but you're gonna risk my life? Like, what's going on?
Basically.
Sorry, this one's a little thinner.
Baby on board.
Gigwise gets 8 miles per gallon. When he gasses it, it goes down to 4.
Gigwise, what's he driving? A Lamborghini or something? Like, damn.
That's funny.
I think he does run premium in his truck, because if not, he'll get like a knock ping.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, certain vehicles you gotta get what's recommended.
She's a little old. She's like a 2000 something.
You know what? There's one of my coworkers. He has like a 2002 Ford. What kind of Ford is it? It's the little ones. Like it's not. What is this Ford called?
A Focus?
No, it's not a Focus. It's
Focus? Mustang?
No, it's not a Focus. No. It's a little one. They don't make it anymore. Like the last year they made it was like not Fiesta either. This is gonna bug me. Hold on. Let me look this up real quick.
A Ford Junebug?
No. Let me see if I can find it here.
A Ford Pee-wee. That's probably what you're looking for.
No.
Escape, Edge, EcoSport.
Escort.
Escort. Ford Escort.
Oh my God, Escort. Jeez, that's old.
Hey, but it's clean though. It's clean. Like I've been looking at it a little bit.
Like you can eat a steak off of it clean?
No, like you know, like it's kept clean. As in, like for a car that's like 20 years old, it's not bad.
Oh,
you know.
That was my first ever race car. I had a Ford.
And
oh man,
I'm like, because I think he has like 110,000 miles on it, which isn't a lot for a car that's 20 years old.
Jeez,
you know. So I'm like, hey man, like
to work.
I think it used to be his grandma's, and then like, she, you know, passed it down when she passed. So like, it don't got that many miles on it.
Oh yeah.
So
here's the problem.
That's low.
Cars that sit, everything will start rusting, even if you don't live in a salt area. There's no moisture, and the rubbers all get weather checked.
His turn signal's probably selling maracas.
That's why I shouldn't have bought my Cobalt. I should not have bought it because it was sitting for over 2 years.
But I told him I told him, I was like, hey man, whenever you wanna, you know, trying to sell it, like let me know, man. Like, But I told him after you buy it, like, don't get mad at me when I run into the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's is mine is mine. But yeah, I think yeah.
Yeah, I had a 1994 Ford Taurus with what it had 379,000 miles on it, man. It was running. It stayed running. Yeah. No check engine light, no nothing.
Wow. What made you kick
well, you know, if you pull the bulb, you can never have a check engine light. You know what I'm saying? So.
Hey, they probably did, but somebody had written the car. So
there you go.
that was I had that car in 2007.
Yeah. That'd been funny if a light came on the dash that said check the boat for the check engine light.
That's funny.
Oh, dude, people used to pull those all the time.
Yeah.
When emissions first became a thing here, they made the plug-in. Freaking scumbag dealerships would make sure they hide the light. And back then, you could get away with tricking the system and to plug it in the same car. Now it recognizes the VIN. And they just plug in the same car, another same car they had, and sell you the one that they pull the check engine light from, and you'd be screwed. It's like a Cadillac converter would be going bad or something, you know, the expensive part. That's back when we were allowed universals. Now we have to buy equivalent OEM, and like the cheapest ones are $300-something.
Hey, I will say though, one thing about the Great State of Maryland is they do like one inspection when you buy the car, and that's it, right? Like it's not like it is in Virginia where you gotta basically do it every single year, and it's just another tax basically.
In Maryland, you got to do it every 2 years. In Maryland, we don't have vehicle tax like the great state of Virginia.
Yeah, oh, man.
We'll create LLC in Montana.
Yeah, see, have a good night, man. Yeah, man, the property taxes here for like cars, you know, vehicles is just insane. Like it's just stupid.
But you know what? You know, the crazy thing is a lot of Maryland and DC drivers have Virginia tax because of that loophole that you could go to Virginia and tag your car up in Virginia even though you live in Maryland. So
you know, it's funny because a lot of people that I know have Maryland tags because it's cheaper. You know, you just find a friend that got a Maryland address or something, and then they just, you know, they're basically tax evading kind of, I guess, but you know.
If you get a 2-year registration here, it's
the lower
$85 and then they base it off weight, so it goes up the heavier your vehicle is. So for this one, if I was to do a 2-year, I think it would have been $140-something, but the 4-year was only 160. So I was going to do the 4-year. Like, for me, why?
Yeah, I'm very annoyed with the Virginia tax of when you own a vehicle. That's very annoying.
Yeah, facts.
It's like, bro, I own it already. Give me a break, man.
And then it's funny because they'll say, we're giving you a break. They're basically telling you it would have been more, but we gave you a break, which is still a lot, though. You know, it's like, what the heck? Yeah, no, it's ridiculous for sure.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys down here that's driving around with no insurance because somehow, some way, I don't know how they do it, but Virginia let them come to Virginia, tag their stuff up. They can live in Temple Hills, Maryland. The title will say Virginia, and then say Temple Hills, Maryland on the title. And
what?
Yeah.
Like New York State, if you have no insurance, it'll immediately pull it up on your plate. You're getting pulled over. Your car's getting impounded. You're getting a fistful of tickets. They'll threaten to take your license away if they catch you more than once. It's like the equivalent of a DUI if you get caught more than once. Like that's how serious. Yeah. Same for inspection. They're like wicked dicks about it now. They're like money hungry. They'll make you spend $1 million trying to fight to keep your stuff. And it's like, if someone's that poor, they're in that situation where their registration or inspection's expired, like, you know, it's like, how is finding them a death going to help them?
Right. Yeah.
Like insurance, I get that. Because if you get in an accident, something breaks, when you hit someone else, you're screwed. You got to at least have insurance. But I can't believe they let them get away with no insurance. Frick that.
All right. Hey guys, logging off tonight. Good talking with everybody.
Hey, you too, man. Actually, I was about to call it a night too because it's already 3:18 in the morning for us here. So,
oh yeah, I was just looking
everyone.
at that. I was like, I gotta get up in the morning.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey,
hey, shout out to you guys. Thank you for Kyle, Ty, Bud Soda, John for hanging out, and anyone in the chat.
No, I'm not.
We'll see you guys on the next one. The P in the bottle guy. Yep.
My name.
Yep. Exactly.
Registered.
Oh man.
I'm gonna keep working until they don't give me no more.
All right, yeah.
Take care, guys.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Peace.